We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Welcome to DBL. It is Tuesday, December 29th. I'm Sam here with Eric and Jeff. Miss Tori has the day off. Enjoy, Tori. All right, let's get started because we are 9 months into the pandemic and a new study is looking at some of the pandemic's long-term impacts on people's lives, particularly those that are positive. First, across the board, people are disinfecting their homes more. Next, they are also spending more time cooking at home rather than eating out. People have also gotten used to working out at home, with a lot of people even building their own home gyms. Perhaps some of you already have. Finally, Americans are getting used to having their groceries delivered. So the question is, in DBL Nation, we want you to chime in as well. How has the pandemic changed your life for the better? like that we're talking about this. Obviously, COVID and the pandemic has had, disastrous and heartbreaking trauma, considering how many people have lost their lives and how many businesses have gone bankrupt or are no longer existing. But what are some of the moments, or even when looking back, or something that you presently think of now, Erica, that you have okay, I never really thought of this until the pandemic, and I'm grateful for it?
Well, I do want to tread lightly with this conversation because I still have relatives who are in the hospital with COVID. So, but at the same time, we are looking at life very differently. And that's what I think about my interpersonal relationships, having more time and being able to take more time to make more time. I think we realized that we were spending so much time at work, or some things can just be consolidated so that we can become closer with our families.
Yeah, I love this story. I think we focus too much on the negative, and I understand what you're going through and a lot of people are going through, but a lot of people aren't going through that, right? It affects a small percentage of the population, and I'm not trying to be mean or downplay it or any of that, but I'm trying to keep my mind positive and focused. I understand bad things are going to happen to me, to my family. I get all that, but you can't think about that every day. You have to focus on these positive things. And for me, 2020 was a positive year. Again, I'm not trying to throw that in anybody's face. I got a brand new house. I got to work on my house a lot. I got to spend a lot of time with my children. I got to build a Rocky-style gym in my basement. It's nothing great, but I got to do some amazing things that I wouldn't have had the opportunity to do had it been a regular year. So I think people need to focus more on the positive, especially going into 2021, instead of reading these trigger headlines, and I understand it is affecting a small percentage of you, but reading these triggers headlines and just falling into that rabbit hole and being negative. It's so easy to do because I do it myself.
I think it's okay to have a duality of thought. I think it's okay to focus on the positive and perhaps look at your neighbor or your friend and say, wow, this has been a really great year for this person. Or perhaps also say, this has been a really crappy year. And I think it's okay for people to say that. However, where I agree with you, Jeff, to look at the silver lining. And I know that's really hard to say if you've lost a loved one or if your business has completely collapsed. It's I don't want to think about a silver lining, considering that my life is hell right now. And I hear you, 100% hear you. But when I look back at 2020, even though there has been a lot of ups and downs, and I've had people that very close to me that have had COVID as well, and a business that has gone up and down, I look back at just being able to spend more time with my family. And that's something that I never thought I took for granted, but I definitely have taken for granted. So I'm so happy that it's reminded me. I hate that it's taken a pandemic to do that, but reminded me to really be present with my kids, to really be present with my parents, even if it's over Zoom, because tomorrow they may not be here. So I look at that and I'm grateful for it. And then also just kind of slowing down. Right? Do you feel like that you've slowed down? All three of us are people that are fast-paced.
Right.
I've slowed down. Have you guys slowed down?
You get to appreciate things. And I do want to point out, too, even though you might not be going through somebody, be a better neighbor. Help out your friend that is going through somebody. Help out a business that is going through something. So I'm not saying I don't care completely about that, because I know how it comes off in a quick 30-second soundbite. But help somebody. Take the opportunity to help somebody, and then when it's your time to be down, they're going to help pull you up, right?
I haven't slowed down, and I think that's the reality for a lot of people. I do things smarter than I was doing them before.
You're more efficient.
Yeah, but the truth is, there are going to be people who come out of this year in a completely elevated position, because anytime there is a turnover, setback, a mentality, or environment, there are going to be opportunities. And I hope that people can find an opportunity that suits them, because so many things have come to light. And I honestly have been working more, but smarter.
Interesting. Very interesting. And DBL Nation, please continue to write in. We want to hear what you're going through and if there's any silver lining that you can present to us. So Reese Witherspoon is speaking out about a double standard, and we want to hear your take. The actress is reflecting back on an unscripted moment during the 2002 Oscars when she was presenting an award with her husband at the time, Ryan Phillippe. Take a look.
And the Oscar goes to...
Let me read it. Can I read it?
You make more than I do. Go ahead.
Here's what Reese said about it on the HFPA in Conversation podcast. Take a look.
So I was a little bit flummoxed in the moment, too. There's so few women that make a lot of money. that sometimes they're shamed for it, and sometimes they are expected to give more and do more and be more. I think it all gets back to the point that we need to talk. You know, women need to talk about money and how they made money and not feel ashamed of it.
So the question is, are women who make more money treated differently? Do they feel shame, especially by their partner, or even within themselves? Is there a double standard? Let's talk about it. Also, it's Ryan Phillippe. I don't know why I mispronounced it. I apologize. I know who you are, Ryan. Okay, so Erica, what do you make of this? I know that just laying down some groundwork, gender norms are changing, right? More and more, we do have women in households, at least here in America, that are now making equal, if not more, than their partners. But this is still new, right? These are the pioneers. You look back on the way we grew up, and traditionally speaking, it's going to be the male, the father, the one making the decisions, and the mom is at home. And that's speaking traditionally and conventionally.
Right. And the reason, it blows my mind that hasn't been the norm, so to speak, for so many years, that the idea that women wouldn't be making as much money as men, if not more, when it is warranted, is mind-boggling and a setup for failure. I personally feel like it's not a gender norm responsibility. I have been in relationships where I may have made more. I've been in relationships where I've made less. Now that becomes competition, because now I'm like, I got to catch up with you. But I think that's a healthy competition. When we're having these conversations about what's expected of women, absolutely. If men were expected to volunteer as much, to donate as much, to do all these things, but the expectation isn't there because of that former traditional role. Well, a man can't do this if he's at work from this hour to this hour. Well, a man can't do that if he's but no one accounts for, well, that might be a lot to ask of her when she has 2 children at home and a full-time job. But, you know, it's still expected because look how well you're doing, Sam.
Amen, Erica. I agree with everything Erica just said, but what's your take, Jeff?
Here's I think traditionally for men in the past, it was a pride thing, right? And a lot of my growing throughout my life, and I'm 42 now, has been breaking through my own ego, my own pride, right? So I'd have no problem with my wife making more than I do. But one thing that Reese did say was that they're expected to do more. I expect if you get paid more, gender, color, neutral, whatever it is, you should do more. That's what I think. I don't think because you're a woman that has anything to do with it. If you're getting paid more, you do more. That's
But women
in my
are
book.
expected more. I totally agree with Reese Witherspoon here. If you are paying more, first of all, there is a shame attached, and I'm glad that Reese Witherspoon brought that up. And even her daughter, I guess, went to school one day and was really embarrassed when I guess her mom's, you know how Forbes will report like the most highly paid actresses, and Reese Witherspoon was on the top of that. And Reese Witherspoon had to sit her daughter down and say, do not be embarrassed by this. Go out there, hustle, and have no shame because you deserve that money. So there is this shame that a lot of women carry if they are the ones, the breadwinner, or making equal or more money than their partner. And I want that stigma to go away.
But who's that on? Is that on the woman who's carrying that shame?
I think society instilled that in women.
Yes, absolutely. When you're a woman who is considered successful, then you are considered to be the nurturer of all things. When you're a man that's considered successful, you're expected to continue to be powerful and take care of your household. Like, you're not expected to raise the village. Women have an expectation to raise the village. And I think it's just because of gender norms.
Yeah.
But like I said, you have to maybe for a woman, and again, Al, where are you, buddy? Maybe for a woman, maybe it's something you have to get through your own pride, own ego, and push away those societal norms, right? It's something that you could accept. Because if I was with my wife, and I know our relationship, I would be totally fine with it. We've had this conversation. And I was at an award show just like that. I'd be like, well, you open it because you make more. That'd be a funny joke between us, but then other people would judge us for that?
Well, people are going to judge you for everything. Reese said it was
passive-aggressive, though. But between you and Jordan, it probably is a joke. But to Reese at that moment, she felt it was a passive-aggressive jab. That's in her own words from Ryan Phillippe. So I think that's important to note, too.
Yeah.
Well, I think when you look at just in terms of, organizations, like my husband and I volunteer for an organization, they're always looking for men. Like, can you find more men? So that's what I'm saying when women tend to be the nurturer of the village, that men tend to be the nurturer or the caregivers of their household.
And I agree, and I think men need to get over that, thinking that is somehow doesn't make you more of a man.
Good conversation. Coming up on DBL, wellness expert to the stars, Koya Webb. Just in time for 2021, she's showing you how to live a healthier, calmer life with eye yoga. And from Prince Harry and Meghan Markle to the Tiger King's reign, we're looking back at the biggest pop culture moments of 2020.
An evening in front of a fire can be so relaxing.
Welcome back to DBL. So 2020 has been a year unlike any other, with its fair share of buzzworthy moments. Let's look back at some of 2020's most defining moments in pop culture. So Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, retired from their roles as working royals. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex made the announcement on Instagram earlier this year. That was a big moment, Erica, and you always had to, I feel like, unpack Meghan Markle for people, because people just would follow her headlines and not really see her as substantive when she really is.
Yeah, well, I mean, we have to understand that Meghan Markle was under a full-fledged attack. It was completely unfair. It continues to be unfair, and I would really question if she were anyone else or looked any other way, if she would have had to endure that. So yeah, I'm glad that they made that decision to Megxit.
Megxit, yes. So another big moment, Parasite won the Best Film Oscar. It made history as the first non-English language film to win that honor. This is really important, because how many times have we heard, Jeff, Oscar's so white, and that there's a lack of diversity. So finally we have a film, an incredible film that deserved it, but finally had a film that really did break barriers. And that does trickle down to hiring diverse writers, hiring diverse staff. It trickles down in changing the norm into everyday 9-to-5 offices.
Yeah, I agree. These award shows are getting less and less meaningful. Maybe that's the word, right?
Because of the pandemic.
Because you said Parasite, and I was like, what year was that? 2017? That was this year.
Right.
It seems crazy, right?
It's true. I know. A lot. I feel like we've all grown. In March, just as the world went into lockdown, Tiger King premiered on Netflix, making Joe Exotic and Carol Baskin some of the most talked about people this year. I've never seen it.
This is lightning in a bottle, what happened here, because the pandemic started, right? And everyone was isolated in quarantine, and then this show came out, and it was the first thing people were talking about. So they were stuck at home, and then they watched this. It was like lightning in a bottle for this show.
Do you think if it wasn't the pandemic, it wouldn't have taken off?
I think it still would have been a very popular show and probably something that people were having like a cult following with.
Yeah.
But I agree, although I do think that Love is Blind set that whole thing from Netflix.
I'm watching
Y'all
that.
have to watch it.
I'm going to start.
Yeah.
I told Jordan yesterday we got to watch it.
I
It
will
brought
start.
back appointment television.
Yep. And then, of course, very, very important, Black Lives Matter movement. It became a huge cultural phenomenon in 2020, with many of the world's biggest stars using their platforms to voice their support for the movement. Erica, we saw a stark contrast, right? We saw so many people first shaming Colin Kaepernick, right, for talking about Black Lives Matter, and then all of a sudden it became accepted. Why that shift?
Well, Black Lives Matter was radicalized in terms of the messaging by a lot of people in mainstream media. It was used as a dog whistle of "be afraid, they're coming to get us" type thing.
Yeah.
The narrative shifted when we really started to have to collectively look at what was happening as a country. And unfortunately, although we've had so many examples of this, it was George Floyd who everyone collectively, again, everyone's watching together. The outrage was a togetherness.
Right. Yeah, well said. All right, we'll be right back.
People are wearing masks nearly everywhere, but
Welcome back to DBL. In a couple days, we are going to welcome a new year. Yes, hallelujah. If you're looking to kickstart 2021, health expert Koya Webb shared some tips with Al and Tori earlier. Take a look.
Koya, thank you so much for joining DBL. You've worked with celebrity clients like Stevie Wonder, Diddy, I sound cool saying that, and Ashley Judd. So do their health goals, celebrities, differ from the rest of us, or are they exactly the same?
I think they're exactly the same. I mean, everyone wants to be healthy, but they don't want to do the work. Like, we want to do what we want to do and eat what we want to eat and not necessarily work out unless we have to. But the truth is, they know. And I try to tell my clients, you have to do, if you want the results, you got to do the work.
Oh, So true.
All right, now, Koya, I'm gonna be honest. I used 2020 to kind of get myself in shape. I
got sober.
I got sober, stopped drinking. There's so many diets, and there's so many things where you talk to somebody and they're like, you look great, and they're like, oh, I did keto. Oh, I do intermittent fasting. Like, what is a fad? What is good? What is sustainable over a lifetime? Like, can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Well, first of all, congratulations. I think that's amazing at this time. And honestly, the best thing is like a whole food plant-based diet. Different things will work for periods of time. Scientifically, they'll get you short-term results. But if you're in it for the long-term results, you want to really focus on plants, fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. And you want the least amount of hands to touch it as possible. So intermittent fasting is also good. That means you go through a period of the day where you stop eating.
Intermittent fasting is like the name of my nightmare. But I do understand that, like, I do hear you that it does work. Some people who work here actually do it, and it actually works really well.
Yeah, you just have to go to bed early. Like, you're gonna find me in bed at 5:15 at night just so I won't eat.
I have a hack for you. When it comes to intermittent fasting, it still works if you just do liquids. So if you're just doing liquids, and this is what I do because I get 6 to 8 hours of sleep, but on the days I get 6 hours of sleep, I make sure when I wake up, I drink 32 ounces of water, put a little lemon or lime in it, and then I'll have green juices until my scheduled time to eat. So if you're not eating anything solid, you're still cleansing, your digestion is still getting a break, but you're not starving and being hangry. So that's the hack.
That's really good hack that I can look into. Now, you recently did an eye yoga video.
Are there any areas that need a little bit more of your attention?
For Gwyneth Paltrow's wellness and lifestyle brand Goop, I was wondering if you could give us a little eye yoga lesson today.
Of course, I love to. Eye yoga is great because it reduces eye strain, and we're all in front of our computers minimum 3 to 4 hours a day. So this eye yoga I recommend every single day. And all you have to do is just close your eyes and look down, all the way down as far as you can down with your eyes closed. And now look to the right, as far as you can to the right, eyes closed. And then look up, as far as you can up. And then look to the left. And then look down. Now going counterclockwise, create big circles, massaging your eyes on the back of your eyelids. Big circles around, and then big circles the opposite direction. Now rub your hands together. This is the last part. Just rub the hands together. Oh yeah, I hear you rubbing. And now place the fingertips on, just gently place the fingertips on the eyelids and just massage back as far as feels comfortable to you while looking left and right. This is giving yourself an eye massage.
Whoa.
I thought this was, like, I didn't really know where this was going.
Me neither.
I like this. I could do this in the morning because it also kind of helps you kind of set your goals for what you want to get done that day with no outside stimulus. So
this is great.
I like this eye massage.
Koya, you've been wonderful to talk to. I'm getting your book. For those of you wanting to learn more, visit koyaweb.com. Get the book, join in, get loved up. Thanks again for joining us.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye, love.
Promotional.
Welcome back to DBL. We love sharing your comments. Okay, so many of you chiming in about the silver lining of the pandemic. I noticed more that people started taking off their shoes before entering their houses. I've been giving gifts to my neighbors' kids. Love that. I'm liking the masks from Muhammad. And Leslie said, when the pandemic hit, my daughter started sidewalk chalk art that got a lot of attention. Then they went to rock art. A lot more playing outside, too.
Yeah.
You know, bike rides, walks, family time. Thank you for sharing, DBL Nation. DBL is new every day. We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. Bye, guys.
On Daily Blast Live.
Looking at the long-term impacts of the pandemic that are actually positive. Is there anything about this year that's changed your life for the better? Which parts of pop culture define 2020? From Tiger King mania to a Brad and Jen reunion, we take a look back at some of the more bizarre and iconic moments that got us talking. Celebrity health expert Koya Webb gives us all the good vibes as we head into the new year. See how to say goodbye to stress with eye yoga?
This is great.
I like this eye massage.
And Paul McCartney still got it. Why the rock icon is doing this rad celebration dance.
Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
Welcome to DBL. It is Tuesday, December 29th. I'm Sam here with Erica and Jeff. Brandon London joining us from home. Let's get right to it because we are 9 months into the pandemic and a new study is looking at some of the pandemic's long-term impacts on people's lives, particularly those that are positive. First, across the board, people are disinfecting more at home. Next, they're also spending more time cooking at home rather than eating out. People have also gotten used to working out at home, with a lot of you out there building your own home gyms. And finally, Americans are getting used to having their groceries delivered. So the question is, DBL Nation, we want to hear from you as well. How has the pandemic changed your life for the better? Now, it's important to note, of course, this pandemic has caused so much pain and trauma and death, and we do not take that lightly here. But it's also important to look at the silver lining, and I even hesitate saying that considering the grand scale of this pandemic.
But why?
Because it's just, it's affected so many of us, right? I had a very close family member almost die from COVID. I've had friends lose their businesses. We almost lost our candle business. But you're right, you should be able to always try and look at silver linings. And
in any situation, you should look for the silver lining. And I'm not taking this, not taking it seriously, the pandemic, I mean. You always have to look for the silver lining. Bad is always going to happen to you, right? This is a terrible thing that's happening, but you have to always look at the positive, no matter what situation. I didn't see my parents for Christmas. I know I didn't lose anybody, thank God, but I had to make sacrifices as well, just like everybody else out there. I'm not happy with the way things are going, but I am happy with the way I set up my life in 2020. I got a brand new house. I shot a movie during the pandemic. I got to do so many house projects. I'm very happy with what happened in my personal life for 2020. And I shouldn't be ashamed to say there isn't a silver lining to a bad situation, because you should always think that way.
I think for me, it's very complicated, because when you have someone, and our family's going through that now, there is a sense of you are helpless in a completely different way, because like even in the beginning, like there's been so many different things that have happened. We realized, like, when someone was stricken, or the whole family was stricken with COVID, like, okay, well, let me fly. Well, I can't do that. I can't do that. Let me offer. Well, that doesn't help. Like, that is what's happening for people. And I want to be mindful of that. I want to be respectful of that. I do also want to acknowledge that this is going to be a very pivotal year for a lot of people in a positive way, because anytime there is a setback, especially a global setback as we've experienced, that's also when you get new entrepreneurs, you get new people who are coming up with innovative ways to do things differently. And I do think that we should really look at that as well, because that's something that we're going to see what 2020 did for some of us, the same way positively as we're going to see what 2020 did for a lot of us negatively.
See, I think we can have a nuanced conversation. That's why I love this show. I think we can have duality of thought and say, listen, this has been a really hurtful, crappy, horrific year. But at the same token, I got to spend more time with my family. I had a baby. You bought a house. There's a lot of people out there that it's forcing them to create new innovation. So yes, and for the first time ever, the world is in something together, right? Like globally, we are in something together. So there is some positives to look at. Brandon, can you look back at this year and somehow carve out a silver lining? Have you been able to do that? Or what have you done that's kind of changed your ways for the good because of the pandemic?
I think this theme for me, Sam, has been appreciation. I've been forced to be appreciative of this year. And I can't look at someone and tell them, hey, you should feel this way, because I don't know, and I didn't experience that level of pain that the next person felt when dealing with 2020 and all that it threw at them. But for me, being able to speak for myself, I think it was all about an appreciation and learning that I was running away from things that I had to take care of within myself internally, and I was trying to use work, or I was trying to use social situations and relationships to distract me from that. So I think like Erica said, is when you're faced with something like this, it makes you look inside, and there's a boom, there's a growth that happens in a lot of us. And I'm so glad that happened to me personally this year.
Amen. People are writing in that they've been forced to, I know, giving me chills, but people are writing in, they've been forced to slow down. They've been forced to, spend time with family, and they didn't realize that that's exactly what they needed. So, you can always look at a silver lining.
And I love that Brandon said that. I know we've got to move on to the next story, but people are so quick to throw the negative on top of someone that's trying to be positive, right? And that's got to go away in 2021, because 2020 had the Black Lives Matter. There's so many great things for so many people. In the midst of all the negativity, you always have to find that silver lining and go ahead and write in and say, I was going to swear, but
be positive.
Take a little thing on my head and do you in 2021.
Reese Witherspoon is speaking out about a double standard, and we want to hear your take on this as well. The actress is reflecting back on an unscripted moment during the 2002 Oscars when she was presenting an award with her husband at the time, Ryan Phillippe. I don't know why I said that wrong. It's because it's the way it's written. Yeah, the Ryan Phillippe. Take a look.
And the Oscar goes to...
Let me read it. Can I read it?
You make more than I do. Go ahead.
Well, here's what Reese said about it on the HFPA in Conversation podcast. Take a listen.
So I was a little bit flummoxed in the moment, too. There's so few women that make a lot of money, that sometimes they're shamed for it. And sometimes they are expected to give more and do more and be more. I think it all gets back to the point that we need to talk. Women need to talk about money and how they made money and not feel ashamed of it.
Yep. And so the question is, are women who make more money treated differently? Are they expected to do the same, especially by their partner? Is there a double standard? Erica, you were shaking your head vigorously. What are you thinking?
Oh, yeah, women for sure are expected to do more if you have any level of success. You're expected to not be the nurturers and providers of your household, but also nurture the entire community. There's an idea that a successful man is considered aspirational. A successful woman is considered unrelatable. And that is an issue because we live in a society where we don't necessarily have the male-female provider for the male and the woman's taking care of everything at home. That's not really the norm as it used to be. So when we have situations and people are talking about women's equal pay and all of those things, it's very important because fundamentally you're setting women up for failure by not acknowledging that they may be the breadwinners of their households. When you look at non-for-profit organizations, my husband and I volunteer for one. It's always, can we get more men? Do you know any men who are available to help this cause? No one's ever put out a bullet point alert for more women to come in and help this organization. It's just the way that we have been programmed in this society.
I just hate the fact that women feel shame, and I get that. I would feel embarrassed too, and I don't want women and myself to feel embarrassed. I want to feel empowered when I make money. I want my daughter to feel empowered when she makes money. We got to change that with society.
I just think it's a pride thing with men. I don't know, maybe you look at it from a woman's point of view and I don't see that, but for men, I think it's a pride thing to want to take care of their family. Now, me growing, I'm 42 now, and a lot of barriers that I broke within myself are with my ego and my own pride. If my wife made more than me, I'd have no problem with that. And she knows that, and I know that. I would crack that joke and think it's okay on stage because we have that relationship, right? But I am all for, if you make more money than me, you should do more than me. I don't care what your gender is. I don't care what your skin color is. If you make more than me, you should do more than me. That's
Brandon,
the way it
what
should
do you
be.
think?
I just think financial freedom is the key. I think that the pandemic has shown us that it really doesn't matter who makes what. It just goes. All people care about is if they're able to provide for their families as a whole.
Yeah, when you break it down, that is all that matters right now. Brandon, don't go away. Coming up on DBL, you'll meet two business-minded brothers who turned their visual impairment into a success story that's helping others just like them. Plus, wellness expert to the stars, Koya Webb, just in time for 2021. She's showing you how to live a healthier, calmer life with yoga. And from Prince Harry and Meghan Markle to the Tiger King's reign, we're looking back at the biggest pop culture moments of 2020.
An evening in front of the...
Welcome back to DBL. So 2020 has been a year unlike any other, with its fair share of buzzworthy moments. Let's look back at some of 2020's most defining moments in pop culture. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle retired from their roles as working royals. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex made the announcement on Instagram earlier this year. Erica, you've always stuck up for Meghan Markle, and I'm glad you have, because she's definitely, a lot of people go after her. They attack her.
Oh yeah, very unfairly so. And I will stand up for Meghan Markle unless she does something super crazy, okay? But what she did and what Harry did was decide to, regardless of what his background was, to pick and choose how they wanted to live their life. And that's how people need to do. Like, just pick and choose how you want to live your life and live your best life, because it's yours and you only get one, and we don't know how long we're going to be here. So how about that?
Well, another big moment, Parasite won the Best Film Oscar. It made history as the first non-English language film to win that honor. And wow, that's a trickle-down effect. So a lot of people on the surface might not realize the impact, but in reality, when you see the diversity in film, it's not just the actors, but it's the writers, it's the directors, and then that creates a new social norm, and that impacts like your normal 9 to 5. So good on that film.
Yeah, when you mentioned Parasite, I thought it was like from 2017. How quickly we forget, right? It was such a big cultural moment that I thought it was 5 years ago. So maybe too much happened this year, but that wasn't a big one for me.
A lot has happened this year. In March, just as the world went into lockdown, Tiger King premiered on Netflix, making Joe Exotic and Carol Baskin some of the most talked about people this year. Now, producers, really quickly, is Brandon still with us or no? Okay, so Brandon, were you a big fan? I don't know if I've ever talked to you about Tiger King. I know Erica and Jeff stance, but did you jump on that Tiger King train?
I watched a couple of episodes, but it just wasn't my cup of tea. But I understand that America needed it because it was the ratchet TV we needed. It was basically Duck Dynasty with tigers.
Right, exactly. We all needed a little bit of that. Well, a lot of fans loved watching Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt flirt on Zoom. Do you guys remember that? That broke the internet. Why
Erica,
are
do you want
people
to say
so
it or,
obsessed with this, Erica?
Do you want to take it or should I? You do it better.
I don't know why y'all trying to make this a thing. Okay? Let's make this, put it to bed. Let's bury it along with everything 2020, okay? No more talk about this.
Done.
This is over.
All right, it's done.
Yeah, this was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, all right. And finally, very important, of course, the Black Lives Matter movement became a huge cultural phenomenon in 2020, with many of the world's biggest stars using their platforms to voice their support for the movement. This was a stark contrast, Erica, from the year before. You look at like 2018, 2019, and if you even brought up the BLM movement and Colin Kaepernick, it would be very polarizing. Now it's not so polarizing. Why that shift?
Well, the shift, I believe, happened because the message of Black Lives Matter was hijacked and attempted to be radicalized as it almost to make people feel like they're arising and coming for you. And it wasn't like that at all. What it was about equity, equality, and hey, let's not murder innocent Black people. So I do appreciate that people became very awakened this year and decided to evolve and think about this message very differently. And not only that, the allyship. You know, people who once said, I don't get it, I don't believe in it, were like, wow, maybe I didn't know what I didn't know.
Yeah. And to step up and take more action steps, right?
Exactly.
All right, Brandon, stick around. Coming up on DBL, celebrities love giving their babies unique names. We're sharing some of the strangest from 2020. And next, health and wellness pro Koya Webb has worked with some of the biggest celebs, and now she's helping you get healthy in the new year. Don't go away. Welcome back to DBL. In a couple days, we are going to welcome a new year. Yes, hallelujah. If you're looking to kickstart 2021, health expert Koya Webb shared some tips with Al and Tori earlier. Take a look.
Koya, thank you so much for joining DBL. You've worked with celebrity clients like Stevie Wonder, Diddy, I sound cool saying that, and Ashley Judd. So do their health goals, celebrities, differ from the rest of us, or are they exactly the same?
I think they're exactly the same. I mean, everyone wants to be healthy, but they don't want to do the work. Like, we want to do what we want to do and eat what we want to eat and not necessarily work out unless we have to. But the truth is, they know. And I try to tell my clients, you have to do, if you want the results, you got to do the work.
Oh, so true.
All right, now, Koya, I'm going to be honest. I used 2020 to kind of get myself in shape.
I got sober,
stopped drinking. There's so many diets and there's so many things where you talk to somebody and they're like, you're like, you look great. And they're like, oh, I did keto. Oh, I do intermittent fasting. Like, what is a fad? What is good? What is sustainable over a lifetime? Like, can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Well, first of all, congratulations. I think That's amazing at this time. And honestly, the best thing is like a whole food plant-based diet. Different things will work for periods of time. Scientifically, they'll get you short-term results. But if you're in it for the long-term results, you want to really focus on plants, fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. And you want the least amount of hands to touch it as possible. So intermittent fasting is also good. That means you go through a period of the day where you stop eating.
Intermittent fasting is like the name of my nightmare. But I do understand that, like, I do hear you that it does work. Some people who work here actually do it, and it actually works really well.
Yeah, you just have to go to bed early. Like, you're gonna find me in bed at 5:15 at night just so I won't eat.
I have a hack for you. When it comes to intermittent fasting, it still works if you just do liquids. So if you're just doing liquids, and this is what I do because I get 6 to 8 hours of sleep, but on the days I get 6 hours of sleep, I make sure when I wake up, I drink 32 ounces of water, put a little lemon or lime in it, and then I'll have green juices until my scheduled time to eat. So if you're not eating anything solid, you're still cleansing, your digestion is still getting a break, but you're not starving and being hangry. So that's the hack.
That's really good hack that I can look into. Now, you recently did an eye yoga video.
Are there any areas that need a little bit more of your attention?
For Gwyneth Paltrow's wellness and lifestyle brand Goop, I was wondering if you could give us a little eye yoga lesson today.
Of course, I'd love to. Eye yoga is great because it reduces eye strain, and we're all in front of our computers minimum 3 to 4 hours a day. So this eye yoga I recommend every single day. And all you have to do is just close your eyes and look down, all the way down as far as you can down with your eyes closed. And now look to the right, as far as you can to the right, eyes closed. And then look up, as far as you can up. And then look to the left, and then look down. Now going counterclockwise, create big circles, massaging your eyes on the back of your eyelids. Big circles around, and then big circles the opposite direction. Now rub your hands together. This is the last part. Just rub the hands together. Oh yeah, I hear you rubbing. And now place the fingertips on, just gently place the fingertips on the eyelids and just massage back as far as feels comfortable to you while looking left and right. This is giving yourself an eye massage.
Whoa. I thought this was, like, I didn't really know where this was going.
Me neither.
I like this. I could do this in the morning because it also kind of helps you kind of set your goals for what you want to get done that day with no outside stimulus. So
this is great.
I like this eye massage.
Koya, you've been wonderful to talk to. I'm getting your book. For those of you wanting to learn more, visit koyaweb.com. Get the book, join in, get loved up. Thanks again for joining us.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye, love.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Welcome back to DBL. We love sharing your comments, and we have a bunch about the silver linings, and I think that's important that we have that conversation. So Olga says on Facebook, cooking more, gardening, my beautiful granddaughter born July 3rd. Congratulations. Leslie says, I've been giving gifts to my neighbors' kids. And Leslie also saying, when the pandemic hit, my daughter started sidewalk chalk art. Beautiful, right? Remember to watch DBL on Facebook or YouTube. You can chat with other viewers and with the host during the commercials, and we'll read your comments on TV like we just did. It's your chance to be a part of DBL Nation. And if you're sticking around, here's what's coming up. Forget James and Mary. We're sharing some of the most bizarre celeb baby names of 2020, and Paul McCartney reaches a big musical milestone. DBL's new every day. We'll be right back.
Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
Welcome to DBL. I'm Sam here with Eric and Jeff. Brandon joining us from home. Let's get started. All right, so we're giving a big shout out to Paul McCartney. The iconic musician just put out another #1 album, his first in 3 decades. Paul celebrated the news with a dance. At 78 years old, he's still got the moves. Look at him. So this got us talking about other legendary victory dances. Let's see if you remember any of these. We showed you this one on the show before. A young woman dancing her heart out in a parking lot after she found out she got the job.
Yes,
oh,
honey.
Okay, Erica, yeah? Have you ever done a victory dance when you found out you got the job?
No, I generally cry like a baby in the fetal position when I find out I get a job.
I tend to like jump up and down. Like
that's a natural, normal reaction.
I'll get on the couch
Mine,
like
not so
Tom
much.
Cruise via that Oprah interview. I'll get on the bed. I jump around. Okay.
All right, jump up and get down.
Here's one for the parents out there. This classic video is from 2013. It shows a mom doing a victory dance after sending her kids back to school. What do you think about that, Jeff? Would you be doing that victory dance with
Listen
some kiddos?
closely what's in the background.
Oh, yeah, perfect for you.
A little In Sync. That's the exact song I'd be playing. I don't know, I might get a little sad when my kids go away to school, but after a couple of years, I think I'll get over it.
Yeah. And then finally, Brandon, of course, we have to include a touchdown dance. One of the most memorable ones has to be Steve Smith's Row Your Boat dance. But first, Brandon, before you chime in, I have a little surprise for you, Brandon. DBL viewers, enjoy B. Lunn's touchdown dance. Go, Brandon. Good catch. But here it is. Here we go. That's the B. Lunn move.
I think that was a touchdown lawn chair sit.
Brandon, did you think about what to do when you got that touchdown, or was that did that just come naturally?
It just came naturally, honestly, because I knew we needed a play, and he threw it. I couldn't believe he threw it. I'm like, wow, he threw this double coverage, and I caught it. And that year, I was going by my brand. I was going by Wavy. Everybody was calling me Wavy, so I thought it'd be a wavy thing to just sit in the chair, lean back, and chillax. So I called that the chillax. It was good times.
Super on brand. But your catch was really good. Did you have any other iconic touchdown dances?
The bow and arrow. I tried to do like a bow and arrow, like Hunger Games, but all my teammates said that was corny. They were like, "Don't do that anymore. Don't do that anymore."
So you lost
I had
the
to
bow
stop
and
that.
arrow. You stuck with the lean back, chillax. Now, Jeff, you also played football. Did you ever do any interesting touchdown
I didn't have any cool nicknames like Wavy. I wish if someone called me Wavy, I might do it. But Brandon, do you remember like the Icky Shuffle and the Dirty Bird with Jamal Anderson? Those were like classics. No one knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Falcons, the Dirty Bird.
What? Oh
Jamal Anderson. Listen, somebody out there knows what I'm talking about.
Do the Dirty Bird.
They know what you're talking
People
about,
in Atlanta.
Jeff.
We're in Atlanta. They're like, I love that dude. I might hate him before, but now I love him.
Jeff doing the Dirty Bird. It's stuck in my mind. Okay, so it's Babe.
Sam, you didn't have
Yes.
You didn't have a victory dance from swimming or anything?
It wasn't really. There's not a climax when it comes to swimming like that. Like when I think of it, don't give me that face. When I think of a touchdown, I think of like that climactic moment, right? Like all eyes are on you, boom. Like I totally understand it. But with swimming, you touch the wall. Believe me, your adrenaline is pumping. You look at your time. You're so excited that you either beat your time or you won, whatever it may be. But it's just you're in the water too, so you might like slam your hand down in the water, maybe give a little hurrah, but that's about it. I hate you, Jeff. I see your face right now.
I could take this somewhere totally different, but scoring a touchdown and winning a race and swimming is totally different, I guess.
It is.
Obviously, you explained
Well, you're stuck in the pool. What are you supposed to do?
Like, we got to get out of here before I say something stupid.
Okay. All right. Okay. It's baby mania in Hollywood. Congrats to these new celeb parents, Emma Roberts, Josh Brolin, and Nick Cannon, all recently welcomed new additions to their family. And because we expect nothing less from celebrities, all of their children have uncommon names. Okay, so there's Emma Roberts and her partner named their baby boy Rhodes, spelled like Rhodes Scholar. Do you like that one, Brandon?
Yeah, it's all right.
Ooh, Erica liked it.
It's all right.
I thought it was cute. It gives you someplace to go with it.
Brandon's not feeling it. Okay, what about Josh Brolin and his wife? They welcomed their second child together named Chapel Grace, Jeff.
I like that. I like Rhodes and I like Chapel Grace. I like both of those.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Finally, and I'm going to give this one to the harsh critic, Mr. Brandon London. Nick Cannon and his girlfriend named their second child together Powerful Queen Cannon. What do you think of that, B-Lun?
I can see that because I see him holding her and like looking at her and telling her, you are a powerful queen.
Aww.
You know, that's affirmations to your daughter. I'll do that. I would do that to my daughter, so I'm A-okay with that. And I think that was great, Nick Cannon. Great name.
Do you think you need a nickname if your name's Powerful Queen? Am I being disrespectful here? Or do you think that's kind of weird to be like, you know, you're at Starbucks and you're powerful queen, and everyone's like, that's my coffee. That's my coffee.
I would raise my hand. I think there is, I love the sentiment. I think that it gives her, you know, they announced her to the world. I mean, that is everything. But the problem with naming your child an adjective is that it's so commonly used. So I would be concerned that every time you hear the word powerful anywhere, you're like, on alert.
Always on edge.
Yeah, like if
Not
somebody talking to me or, well, yeah, you know, I'm looking around like, who's talking to me?
But Brandon, on the flip side, listen, I love the idea of affirmation. There's nothing more than I want is to instill confidence and affirmation in my children. But are you also setting them up for failure if like their name is, you know, if you have to live up to powerful queen? Are you setting them up for entitlement? I'm not saying that's the case, just something to think about.
Yes, you have to be successful, but the pressure is not on the kid with the unique name. The pressure is on the kid that doesn't have the unique name, because that means your parents thought you were going to be average.
No.
They give the unique name to the kid that they think is going to grow up to be something in life.
That average name could be a family name.
How about like A Boy Named Sue? That whole song, did you ever hear that song?
No.
A Boy Named Sue by Johnny Cash?
No.
It talks about like his name's Sue, right? So it's like he's weaker, but he ends up being powerful.
I love that.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
cool.
Brandon, you kind of, I hope that's the meaning of that song. but that you just mentioned like your name. Sometimes if you get that name, like say you're a boy named Sue, just as that example, you fight and say, I'm not going to be that guy that my father thought I was, right? But then if you get powerful queen, it could work in the opposite way, right?
But Jeff,
Final thought,
my middle
Brandon.
name was Jamie. I was a guy. My middle name is Jamie, and I went by Jamie for a little bit. And I changed that to Brandon because I thought at the time it would be a little bit more manly. So there was pressure on going by Jamie. So imagine what having Sue. Imagine that pressure.
Wait, did you just say you changed your name?
Yes, so is your name Jamie or Brandon? What's your name?
My middle name is Jamie. My middle name is Jamie. My family calls me Jamie.
Wavy James.
Wavy, got it. Okay, so Beyonce famously said, if you like it, you got to put a ring on it. Looks like Tristan Thompson took Beyonce's advice. The NBA player surprised Khloe Kardashian with a massive diamond ring for Christmas, sparking engagement rumors. So we don't have a photo of the ring. However, we do have an example. It's huge. We know Tristan has been unfaithful to Khloe in the past, more than once. So here's the question. Can relationships work with a history of cheating? What do you make of that, Erica? Like, do you think that they should stay together? I know they have a child. To me, that's a whole nother, that makes the stakes a lot more higher because you want that family unit to work out, but not if they're not respectful of one another.
Yeah, well, let me just be clear. I don't know what it's like to be Khloe Kardashian or Tristan Thompson. I mean, Tristan is what, 29 years old? Like, there's a lot there. But he's also super successful and lives a totally different life. I think if it were applied to my life, if I had a friend who came to me and said, my spouse had an indiscretion, we're trying to work through it, I would support my friend and whatever decision they made. If I had a friend who constantly came to me and said, my spouse had another discretion every week or every month or something, then I'm still going to support my friend, but I'm going to have some distance from that support because then you are willfully, entering into something that I don't want to be dragged into every other week. But I'm still going to support my friend, and I think ultimately it comes down to the family dynamic and what works for them. I'm not going to try to tell them what to do.
Good point. Yeah, we do have one more story. Do we want to stay on this one or go to the other one? Jeff, I'm going to let you decide.
What's the next one?
Speaking in the third person. Oh, this is actually perfect for you. We're going to go to the next story. This next story is for those who like to talk to themselves in the third person. I'm only saying that because you're very positive, right? Jeff talks to himself in a positive manner. Hold on.
So you already decided in your head that you were going to the next story.
Yeah. It's for good reason.
Because I'm like, I had a good answer for Tristan, but there must be a reason we're moving on.
Well, you can go back to Tristan. Let
no,
me
Big
first
Jeff would
get
like to
this
move
out.
on. Big Jeff would like to move on.
A new study says you're actually onto something. Researchers say talking to yourself this way creates something called psychological distance. So what is that? Well, the people at Columbia University say it's a phenomenon that leads to better emotional regulation, self-control, and even wisdom. So I want to hear from Jeff and Brandon here. That would be like you constantly, instead of being like in your head, I'm going to do great, I'm going to do great. It's Jeff's going to do great, Jeff's going to do great. Or I'm going to do crappy, Jeff's going to do crappy. What do you think?
Well, that's good for writing down goals, and I'm not joking around here. But the Big Jeff thing, you know, is a different reason why I said I talk in the third person just to be jokey, right? It kind of came from like me and my friends in LA, Big Jim and Big Eric, and so everybody's big, like everybody from that crew. So I don't know if I use it as a motivation factor. I do in writing my goals, but I don't put
so
Jeff.
So in your goals, you put Jeff.
I put I
So
will.
that's the opposite.
Yeah, I don't use Jeff. I think that's a little arrogant, like in a serious way. When I say Big Jeff, I'm joking around. I would never say Big Jeff doesn't agree with that when we're having a serious conversation, right? But if I'm writing my goals, I'm like, I will make this much money this year. I will do this for my family this year.
Well, that's the opposite of what they're saying, though.
Big Jeff doesn't agree.
Ooh, Brandon, when you talk to yourself in your head, are you saying Brandon London don't like that? Or are you saying I do not like that?
Well, I'm right when we went to commercial after the first break. I went, "Oh, good break, B-Line. Oh, good block, B-Line."
So he says
you know,
that
you kind of.
You've never heard him say that? He does it all the time.
So that, you know what?
It's a habit, but go ahead.
No, it separates you from the emotional regulation, so it doesn't make it so emotional. That's interesting.
Yes, you have to be your biggest critic and you have to be your biggest cheerleader. So you remove yourself to be able to speak to yourself.
Wow. I think that's the athlete speaking. It's like think like a fly, like from one moment to the next. Like you have to forget what happened so that you can move on in the future.
Interesting. Yeah. Really quickly, do you say Erica or I in your head? Erica or I?
I.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what I do. I don't know what I think I say my name. I think I'm with Brandon. I think I say, Sam, you got this.
You sound very confident.
Okay, coming up on DBL. The special connection between a student and a security guard shows us what's really important. Don't miss this emotional heart threads. And we're catching up with two blind brothers who turn their disability into a life-changing and empowering clothing company. That's coming up next.
Welcome back to DBL. If you ever wondered what it's like for anyone who's visually impaired to shop for clothes, well, two blind brothers, Brian and Bradford Manning, are making it easy and fighting blindness at the same time. Tori caught up with them today earlier in today's DBL Spotlight.
Brad and Brian Manning, welcome to DBL. Now, your clothing company, Two Blind Brothers, was inspired by your own blindness that was caused by this rare eye condition. So neither of you were born blind. When did you begin to go blind?
We basically were both diagnosed at the age of 7. So Brad is 5 years older than I am. So he started being symptomatic at about 5, and it took 2 years of hunting to figure out what had happened to his vision. And then when I started showing symptoms of Stargardt's disease, the disease we have, it was pretty easy for them to diagnose.
Without my glasses or contacts, I'm legally blind, so I know what that's like. I can't understand it because I get contacts, but I can empathize with you and your cause. You're now 30 and 35 years old now. Can you kind of take us through just what your vision is like?
Yeah, so our disease basically, Stargardt's, all of the cells in the center of your vision die. It's actually very similar to macular degeneration, which a lot of people's grandparents have. Honestly, or a fact people don't often know is 11 million people in the U.S. suffer from a form of retinal eye disease. Wow. And for Brad and I, what that means is the cells in the center, so there's a big empty hole kind of in the middle of our eyesight, but we keep a lot of peripheral. Wow. So walking around, mobility, not tripping over too much stuff is okay, but any sort of reading print, detail work, recognizing faces is really challenging for us.
I want to get to your clothing line because I think this is so amazing. Brad, what are some unique features of your clothes that are mindful of the visually impaired?
Brian and I started this clothing brand with 2 simple missions. 1, to make the softest clothing that we possibly could, and 2, to help cure blindness by donating all the funds back to preclinical retinal research. Wow. One huge thing that we quickly learned that we needed to include in there was the community. Oftentimes what we do is we'll put the color of the word in Braille on the hem of the shirt. So if you are blind or you are visually impaired and you're going through your closet, you know what color you're picking. And if you aren't blind or visually impaired, we think it's a lot cooler of a logo than anything else you could possibly.
I totally agree with you. One unique feature, Brian, of your website is that shoppers can, quote, see what you see. Talk to me about how that works and how have your community responded to that.
Well, what we did on our website, we actually have a button to see like we see, which blurs out the center of the page, and it simulates that experience of trying to look around this hole in your vision, still being able to be functional, but this kind of overarching challenge that's consistent.
That is brilliant. Way to have empathy by actually seeing what you see. What is next for you guys? Are you thinking of masks? Are you thinking of other accessible clothing items? Where do you want to see the company go?
1, as Brad said, is curing blindness by donating those profits. 2 is expanding the collection. I want every time you think, I want to be comfortable, I want to feel soft, I want to feel great about myself, to just have my smiling face pop into your head, not Brad's, of course. That'd be a nightmare. The 3, and this is so important, is expanding and growing this visually impaired community.
I do think accessible clothing is going to be on trend for 2021. I see great things for you both. So for more on the foundation fighting blindness, head on over to fightingblindness.org. We have it on the screen for you. And definitely check out twoblindbrothers.com and shop for such a good cause and for 2 very cute gentlemen. Brad and Brian, thank you so much for chatting today. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
One car accident.
Welcome back to DBL. It's been a tough year, so we need good news more than ever now. Today, we're looking back at a best of 2020 Heartthread story, which is about a special bond between a student and a security guard. Check it out. This kindergartner decided to dress up as his school's security officer for Dress as Your Favorite Person Day. Easton Blocker says Officer Jeffrey Cross is a hero and his best friend.
He keeps me safe every day.
Easton's mom made him his very own security shirt. Junior security, that is.
It makes me appreciate my job more.
This is the first year the school district has had armed security officers.
They had questions of why I was armed, and I would just tell them I'm armed to protect them from someone bad who would try to come hurt them.
That has always stuck with Easton.
He tells me every day, Officer Cross keeps us safe from the bad guys.
Officer Cross said he was honored Easton picked him for Favorite Person Day.
I'm willing to put my life on the line for all these scholars, just like any other security officer will.
We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration.
Tomorrow on DBL, a mystery unfolds when a mom who dedicated her life to find the missing vanishes herself.
You fail every day when you don't find her.
Where could she be? That's tomorrow in True Crime Chronicles, only on DBL. Welcome back to DBL. We love sharing your comments. All right, we got Denise on Facebook saying yay, Jeff. I remember the Dirty Bird dance. And then Jan Carter on Facebook says, how did they not know Johnny Cash, A Boy Named Sue? I'm sure I would know it if I heard it, and I think we do have it, right? Let's play it.
My daddy left home when I was 3, and he didn't leave much to Ma and me. Just this old guitar and an empty bottle of booze.
I know the song.
Now, I don't blame him because he run and hid, but the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue.
The meaning is he named him Sue to make him tough. That's the moral of the story.
Okay, DBL's new every day.
We're running out of time. I just sum it up.
Same time, same place. Bye, guys.
On Daily Blast Live.
Looking at the long-term impacts of the pandemic that are actually positive. Is there anything about this year that's changed your life for the better? Which parts of pop culture define 2020? From Tiger King mania to a Brad and Jen reunion, we take a look back at some of the more bizarre and iconic moments that got us talking. Celebrity health expert Koya Webb gives us all the good vibes as we head into the new year. See how to say goodbye to stress with eye yoga?
This is great.
I like this eye massage.
And Paul McCartney still got it. Why the rock icon is doing this rad celebration dance.
Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
Welcome to DBL. It is Tuesday, December 29th. I'm Sam here with Erica and Jeff. Brandon London joining us from home. Let's get right to it because we are 9 months into the pandemic and a new study is looking at some of the pandemic's long-term impacts on people's lives, particularly those that are positive. First, across the board, people are disinfecting more at home. Next, they're also spending more time cooking at home rather than eating out. People have also gotten used to working out at home, with a lot of you out there building your own home gyms. And finally, Americans are getting used to having their groceries delivered. So the question is, DBL Nation, we want to hear from you as well. How has the pandemic changed your life for the better? Now, it's important to note, of course, this pandemic has caused so much pain and trauma and death, and we do not take that lightly here. But it's also important to look at the silver lining, and I even hesitate saying that, considering the grand scale of this pandemic.
But why?
Because it's just, it's affected so many of us, right? I had a very close family member almost die from COVID. I've had friends lose their businesses. We almost lost our candle business. But you're right, you should be able to always try and look at silver linings. And
in any situation, you should look for the silver lining. And I'm not taking this, I'm not taking it seriously, the pandemic, I mean. You always have to look for the silver lining. Bad is always going to happen to you, right? This is a terrible thing that's happening, but you have to always look at the positive, no matter what situation. I didn't see my parents for Christmas. I know I didn't lose anybody, thank God, but I had to make sacrifices as well, just like everybody else out there. I'm not happy with the way things are going, but I am happy with the way I set up my life in 2020. I got a brand new house. I shot a movie during the pandemic. I got to do so many house projects. I'm very happy with what happened in my personal life for 2020. And I shouldn't be ashamed to say there isn't a silver lining to a bad situation, because you should always think that way.
I think for me, it's very complicated, because when you have someone, and our family's going through that now, there is a sense of you are helpless in a completely different way, because like even in the beginning, like there's been so many different things that have happened. We realized, like, when someone was stricken, or the whole family was stricken with COVID, like, okay, well, let me fly. Well, I can't do that. I can't do that. Let me offer. Well, that doesn't help. Like, that is what's happening for people. And I want to be mindful of that. I want to be respectful of that. I do also want to acknowledge that this is going to be a very pivotal year for a lot of people in a positive way, because anytime there is a setback, especially a global setback as we've experienced, that's also when you get new entrepreneurs, you get new people who are coming up with innovative ways to do things differently. And I do think that we should really look at that as well, because that's something that we're going to see what 2020 did for some of us, the same way positively as we're going to see what 2020 did for a lot of us negatively.
See, I think we can have a nuanced conversation. That's why I love this show. I think we can have duality of thought and say, listen, this has been a really hurtful, crappy, horrific year. But at the same token, I got to spend more time with my family. I had a baby. You bought a house. There's a lot of people out there that it's forcing them to create new innovation. So yes, and for the first time ever, the world is in something together, right? Like globally, we are in something together. So there is some positives to look at. Brandon, can you look back at this year and somehow carve out a silver lining? Have you been able to do that? Or what have you done that's kind of changed your ways for the good because of the pandemic?
I think this theme for me, Sam, has been appreciation. I've been forced to be appreciative of this year. And I can't look at someone and tell them, hey, you should feel this way, because I don't know, and I didn't experience that level of pain that the next person felt when dealing with 2020 and all that it threw at them. But for me, being able to speak for myself, I think it was all about an appreciation and learning that I was running away from things that I had to take care of within myself internally, and I was trying to use work, or I was trying to use social situations and relationships to distract me from that. So I think, like Erica said, is when you're faced with something like this, it makes you look inside, and there's a boom, there's a growth that happens in a lot of us. And I'm so glad that happened to me personally this year.
Amen. People are writing in that they've been forced to, I know, giving me chills, but people are writing in, they've been forced to slow down. They've been forced to, you know, spend time with family, and they didn't realize that that's exactly what they needed. So, yeah, you can always look at a silver lining.
And I love that Brandon said that. I know we've got to move on to the next story, but people are so quick to throw the negative on top of someone that's trying to be positive, right? And that's got to go away in 2021, because 2020 had the Black Lives Matter. There's so many great things for so many people. In the midst of all the negativity, you always have to find that silver lining and go ahead and write in and say, I was going to swear, but
be positive.
Take a little thing on my head and do you in 2021.
Reese Witherspoon is speaking out about a double standard, and we want to hear your take on this as well. The actress is reflecting back on an unscripted moment during the 2002 Oscars when she was presenting an award with her husband at the time, Ryan Phillippe. I don't know why I said that wrong. It's because it's the way it's written. Yeah, the Ryan Phillippe. Take a look.
And the Oscar goes to...
Let me read it. Can I read it?
You make more than I do. Go ahead.
Well, here's what Reese said about it on the HFPA in Conversation podcast. Take a listen.
So I was a little bit flummoxed in the moment, too. There's so few women that make a lot of money, that sometimes they're shamed for it. And sometimes they are expected to give more and do more and be more. I think it all gets back to the point that we need to talk. You know, women need to talk about money and how they made money and not feel ashamed of it.
Yep. And so the question is, are women who make more money treated differently? Are they expected to do the same, especially by their partner? Is there a double standard? Erica, you're shaking your head vigorously. What are you thinking?
Oh, yeah, women for sure are expected to do more if you have any level of success. You're expected to not be the nurturers and providers of your household, but also nurture the entire community. There's an idea that a successful man is considered aspirational. A successful woman is considered unrelatable. And that is an issue because we live in a society where we don't necessarily have the male-female provider for the male and the woman's taking care of everything at home. That's not really the norm as it used to be. So when we have situations and people are talking about women's equal pay and all of those things, it's very important because fundamentally you're setting women up for failure by not acknowledging that they may be the breadwinners of their households. When you look at non-for-profit organizations, my husband and I volunteer for one. It's always, can we get more men? Do you know any men who are available to help this cause? No one's ever like, put out a bullet point alert for more women to come in and help this organization. It's just the way that we have been programmed in this society.
I just hate the fact that women feel shame, and I get that. I would feel embarrassed too, and I don't want women and myself to feel embarrassed. I want to feel empowered when I make money. I want my daughter to feel empowered when she makes money. We got to change that with society.
I just think it's a pride thing with men. I don't know, maybe you look at it from a woman's point of view and I don't see that, but for men, I think it's a pride thing to want to take care of their family. Now, me growing, I'm 42 now, and a lot of barriers that I broke within myself are with my ego and my own pride. If my wife made more than me, I'd have no problem with that. And she knows that, and I know that. I would crack that joke and think it's okay on stage because we have that relationship, right? But I am all for, if you make more money than me, you should do more than me. I don't care what your gender is. I don't care what your skin color is. If you make more than me, you should do more than me. That's
Brandon,
the way it should be.
what do you think?
I just think financial freedom is the key. I think that the pandemic has shown us that it really doesn't matter who makes what. It just goes, all people care about is if they're able to provide for their families as a whole.
Yeah, when you break it down, that is all that matters right now. Brandon, don't go away. Coming up on DBL, you'll meet two business-minded brothers who turned their visual impairment into a success story that's helping others just like them. Plus, wellness expert to the stars, Koya Webb, just in time for 2021. She's showing you how to live a healthier, calmer life with eye yoga. And from Prince Harry and Meghan Markle to the Tiger King's reign, we're looking back at the biggest pop culture moments of 2020. Welcome back to DBL. So 2020 has been a year unlike any other, with its fair share of buzzworthy moments. Let's look back at some of 2020's most defining moments in pop culture. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle retired from their roles as working royals. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex made the announcement on Instagram earlier this year. Erica, you've always stuck up for Meghan Markle, and I'm glad you have, because she's definitely, a lot of people go after her. They attack her.
Oh yeah, very unfairly so. And I will stand up for Meghan Markle unless she does something super crazy, okay? But what she did and what Harry did was decide to, regardless of what his background was, to pick and choose how they wanted to live their life. And that's how people need to do. Like, just pick and choose how you want to live your life and live your best life, because it's yours and you only get one, and we don't know how long we're going to be here. So how about that?
Well, another big moment, Parasite won the Best Film Oscar. It made history as the first non-English language film to win that honor. And wow, that's a trickle-down effect. So a lot of people on the surface might not realize the impact, but in reality, when you see the diversity in film, it's not just the actors, but it's the writers, it's the directors, and then that creates a new social norm, and that impacts like your normal 9 to 5. So good on that film.
Yeah, you know, when you mentioned Parasite, I thought it was like from 2017. How quickly we forget, right? It was such a big cultural moment that I thought it was 5 years ago. So maybe too much happened this year, but that wasn't a big one for me.
A lot has happened this year. In March, just as the world went into lockdown, Tiger King premiered on Netflix, making Joe Exotic and Carol Baskin some of the most talked about people this year. Now, producers, really quickly, is Brandon still with us or no? Okay, so Brandon, were you a big fan? I don't know if I've ever talked to you about Tiger King. I know Erica and Jeff stance, but did you jump on that Tiger King train?
I watched a couple of episodes, but it just wasn't my cup of tea. But I understand that America needed it because it was the ratchet TV we needed. It was basically Duck Dynasty with tigers.
Right, exactly. We all needed a little bit of that. Well, a lot of fans loved watching Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt flirt on Zoom. Do you guys remember that? That broke the internet. Why
Erica,
are
do you want
people
to say
so
it or,
obsessed with this, Erica?
Do you want to take it or should I? You do it better.
I don't know why y'all trying to make this a thing. Okay? Let's make this, put it to bed. Let's bury it along with everything 2020, okay? No more talk about this.
Done.
This is over.
All right, it's done.
Yeah, this was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, all right. And finally, very important, of course, the Black Lives Matter movement became a huge cultural phenomenon in 2020, with many of the world's biggest stars using their platforms to voice their support for the movement. This was a stark contrast, Erica, from the year before. You look at like 2018, 2019, and if you even brought up the BLM movement and Colin Kaepernick, it would be very polarizing. Now it's not so polarizing. Why that shift?
Well, the shift, I believe, happened because the message of Black Lives Matter was hijacked and attempted to be radicalized as almost to make people feel like they're arising and coming for you. And it wasn't like that at all. What it was about equity, equality, and hey, let's not murder innocent Black people. So I do appreciate that people became very awakened this year and decided to evolve and think about this message very differently. And not only that, the allyship. You know, people who once said, I don't get it, I don't believe in it, were like, wow, maybe I didn't know what I didn't know.
Yeah. And to step up and take more action steps, right?
Exactly.
All right, Brandon, stick around. Coming up on DBL, celebrities love giving their babies unique names. We're sharing some of the strangest from 2020. And next, health and wellness pro Koya Webb has worked with some of the biggest celebs, and now she's helping you get healthy in the new year. Don't go away. Welcome back to DBL. In a couple days, we are going to welcome a new year. Yes, hallelujah. If you're looking to kickstart 2021, health expert Koya Webb shared some tips with Al and Tori earlier. Take a look.
Koya, thank you so much for joining DBL. You've worked with celebrity clients like Stevie Wonder, Diddy, I sound cool saying that, and Ashley Judd. So do their health goals, celebrities, differ from the rest of us, or are they exactly the same?
I think they're exactly the same. I mean, everyone wants to be healthy, but they don't want to do the work. Like, we want to do what we want to do and eat what we want to eat and not necessarily work out unless we have to. But the truth is, they know. And I try to tell my clients, you have to do, if you want the results, you got to do the work.
Oh, so true.
All right, now, Koya, I'm going to be honest. I used 2020 to kind of get myself in shape.
I got sober,
stopped drinking. There's so many diets and there's so many things where you talk to somebody and they're like, you look great. And they're like, oh, I did keto. Oh, I do intermittent fasting. Like, what is a fad? What is good? What is sustainable over a lifetime? Like, can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Well, first of all, congratulations. I think That's amazing at this time. And honestly, the best thing is like a whole food plant-based diet. Different things will work for periods of time. Scientifically, they'll get you short-term results. But if you're in it for the long-term results, you want to really focus on plants, fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. And you want the least amount of hands to touch it as possible. So intermittent fasting is also good. That means you go through a period of the day where you stop eating.
Intermittent fasting is like the name of my nightmare. But I do understand that, like, I do hear you that it does. Some people who work here actually do it, and it actually works really well.
Yeah, you just have to go to bed early. Like, you're gonna find me in bed at 5:15 at night just so I won't eat.
I have a hack for you. When it comes to intermittent fasting, it still works if you just do liquids. So if you're just doing liquids, and this is what I do because I get 6 to 8 hours of sleep, but on the days I get 6 hours of sleep, I make sure when I wake up, I drink 32 ounces of water, put a little lemon or lime in it, and then I'll have green juices until my scheduled time to eat. So if you're not eating anything solid, you're still cleansing, your digestion is still getting a break, but you're not starving and being hangry. So that's the hack.
That's really good hack that I can look into. Now, you recently did an eye yoga video.
Are there any areas that need a little bit more of your attention?
For Gwyneth Paltrow's wellness and lifestyle brand Goop, I was wondering if you could give us a little eye yoga lesson today.
Of course, I love to. Eye yoga is great because it reduces eye strain, and we're all in front of our computers minimum 3 to 4 hours a day. So this eye yoga I recommend every single day. And all you have to do is just close your eyes and look down, all the way down as far as you can down with your eyes closed. And now look to the right, as far as you can to the right, eyes closed. And then look up, as far as you can up. And then look to the left, and then look down. Now going counterclockwise, create big circles, massaging your eyes on the back of your eyelids. Big circles around, and then big circles the opposite direction. Now rub your hands together. This is the last part. Just rub the hands together. Oh yeah, I hear you rubbing. And now place the fingertips on, just gently place the fingertips on the eyelids and just massage back as far as feels comfortable to you while looking left and right. This is giving yourself an eye massage.
Whoa.
I thought this was, like, I didn't really know where this was going.
Me neither.
I like this. I could do this in the morning because it also kind of helps you kind of set your goals for what you want to get done that day with no outside stimulus. So
this is great.
I like this eye massage.
Koya, you've been wonderful to talk to. I'm getting your book. For those of you wanting to learn more, visit koyaweb.com. Get the book, join in, get loved up. Thanks again for joining us.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye, love.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Research shows people remember commercials.
Welcome back to DBL. We love sharing your comments, and we have a bunch about the silver linings, and I think that's important that we have that conversation. So Olga says on Facebook, cooking more, gardening, my beautiful granddaughter born July 3rd. Congratulations. Leslie says, I've been giving gifts to my neighbors' kids. And Leslie also saying, when the pandemic hit, my daughter started sidewalk chalk art. Beautiful, right? Remember to watch DBL on Facebook or YouTube. You can chat with other viewers and with the host during the commercials, and we'll read your comments on TV like we just did. It's your chance to be a part of DBL Nation. And if you're sticking around, here's what's coming up. Forget James and Mary. We're sharing some of the most bizarre celeb baby names of 2020, and Paul McCartney reaches a big musical milestone. DBL's new every day. We'll be right back.
This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
Welcome to DBL. I'm Sam here with Eric and Jeff. Brandon joining us from home. Let's get started. All right, so we're giving a big shout out to Paul McCartney. The iconic musician just put out another #1 album, his first in 3 decades. Paul celebrated the news with a dance. At 78 years old, he's still got the moves. Look at him. So this got us talking about other legendary victory dances. Let's see if you remember any of these. We showed you this one on the show before. A young woman dancing her heart out in a parking lot after she found out she got the job.
Yes, honey.
Okay, Erica, yeah? Have you ever done a victory dance when you found out you got the job?
No, I generally cry like a baby in the fetal position when I find out I get a job.
I tend to like jump up and down. Like
that's a natural, normal reaction.
I'll get on the couch
Mine,
like
not so
Tom
much.
Cruise via that Oprah interview. I'll get on the bed. I jump around. Okay.
All right, jump up, and get down.
Here's one for the parents out there. This classic video is from 2013. It shows a mom doing a victory dance after sending her kids back to school. What do you think about that, Jeff? Would you be doing that victory dance with
Listen
the kiddos?
closely what's in the background.
Oh, yeah, perfect for you.
A little In Sync. That's the exact song I'd be playing. I don't know, I might get a little sad when my kids go away to school, but after a couple of years, I think I'll get over it.
Yeah. And then finally, Brandon, of course, we have to include a touchdown dance. One of the most memorable ones has to be Steve Smith's Row Your Boat dance. But first, Brandon, before you chime in, I have a little surprise for you, Brandon. DBL viewers, enjoy B. Lunn's touchdown dance. Go, Brandon. Good catch. But here it is. Here we go. That's the B. Lunn move.
I think that was a touchdown lawn chair sit.
Brandon, did you think about what to do when you got that touchdown, or was that did that just come naturally?
It just came naturally, honestly, because I knew we needed a play, and he threw it. I couldn't believe he threw it. I'm like, wow, he threw this double coverage, and I caught it. And that year, I was going by my brand. I was going by Wavy. Everybody was calling me Wavy, so I thought it'd be a wavy thing to just sit in the chair, lean back, and chillax. So I called that the chillax. It was good times.
Super on brand. But your catch was really good. Did you have any other iconic touchdown dances?
The bow and arrow. I tried to do like a bow and arrow, like Hunger Games, but all my teammates said that was corny. They were like, "Don't do that anymore. Don't do that anymore."
So you lost
I had
the
to
bow
stop
and
that.
arrow. You stuck with the lean back, chillax. Now, Jeff, you also played football. Did you ever do any interesting touchdown
I didn't have any cool nicknames like Wavy. I wish if someone called me Wavy, I might do it. But Brandon, do you remember like the Icky Shuffle and the Dirty Bird with Jamal Anderson? Those were like classics. No one knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Falcons, the Dirty Bird.
What?
Jamal Anderson. Listen, somebody out there knows what I'm talking about.
Do the Dirty Bird.
They know what you're talking
about. People in Atlanta.
Jeff.
We're in Atlanta. They're like, I love that dude. I might hate him before, but now I love him.
Jeff doing the Dirty Bird. It's stuck in my mind. Okay, so it's
Sam, you didn't have you didn't have a victory dance from swimming or anything?
It wasn't really. There's not a climax when it comes to swimming like that. Like when I think of don't give me that face. When I think of a touchdown, I think of like that climactic moment, right? Like all eyes are on you. Boom. Like I totally understand it. But with swimming, you touch the wall. Believe me, your adrenaline is pumping. You look at your time. You're so excited that you either beat your time or you won, whatever it may be. But it's just you're in the water too, so you might like slam your hand down in the water, maybe give a little hurrah, but that's about it. I hate you, Jeff. I see your face right now.
I could take this somewhere totally different, but scoring a touchdown and winning a race and swimming is totally different, I guess.
It is.
Obviously, you explained it.
Well, you're stuck in the pool. What are you supposed to do?
Like, we got to get out of here before I say something stupid.
Okay. All right. Okay. It's baby mania in Hollywood. Congrats to these new celeb parents, Emma Roberts, Josh Brolin, and Nick Cannon, all recently welcomed new additions to their family. And because we expect nothing less from celebrities, all of their children have uncommon names. Okay, so there's Emma Roberts and her partner named their baby boy Rhodes, spelled like Rhodes Scholar. Do you like that one, Brandon?
Yeah, it's all right.
Ooh, Erica liked it.
It's all right.
I thought it was cute. It gives you someplace to go with it.
Brandon's not feeling it. Okay, what about Josh Brolin and his wife? They welcomed their second child together named Chapel Grace, Jeff.
I like that. I like Rhodes and I like Chapel Grace. I like both of those.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Finally, and I'm going to give this one to the harsh critic, Mr. Brandon London. Nick Cannon and his girlfriend named their second child together Powerful Queen Cannon. What do you think of that, B-Lun?
I can see that because I see him holding her and like looking at her and telling her, you are a powerful queen.
Aww.
You know, that's affirmations to your daughter. I'll do that. I would do that to my daughter, so I'm A-okay with that. And I think that was great, Nick Cannon. Great name.
Do you think you need a nickname if your name's Powerful Queen? Am I being disrespectful here? Or do you think that's kind of weird to be like, you know, you're at Starbucks and you powerful queen, and everyone's like, that's my coffee. That's my coffee.
I would raise my hand. I think there is, I love the sentiment. I think that it gives her, you know, they announced her to the world. I mean, that is everything. But the problem with naming your child an adjective is that it's so commonly used. So I would be concerned that every time you hear the word powerful anywhere, you're like, on alert.
Always on edge.
Yeah, like if
Not
somebody
everybody,
talking
but
to
you
me.
are.
Well, yeah, you know, I'm looking around like, who's talking to me?
But Brandon, on the flip side, listen, I love the idea of affirmation. There's nothing more than I want is to instill confidence and affirmation in my children. But are you also setting them up for failure if, like, their name is, you know, if you have to live up to powerful queen? Are you setting them up for entitlement? I'm not saying that's the case, just something to think about.
Yes, you have to be successful, but the pressure is not on the kid with the unique name. The pressure is on the kid that doesn't have the unique name, because that means your parents thought you were going to be average.
No.
They give the unique name to the kid that they think is going to grow up to be something in life.
That average name could be a family name.
How about like A Boy Named Sue? That whole song, you ever hear that song?
No.
A Boy Named Sue by Johnny Cash?
No.
It talks about like his name's Sue, right? So it's like he's weaker when he ends up being powerful.
I love that.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
cool.
Brandon, you kind of, I hope that's the meaning of that song. but that you just mentioned like your name. Sometimes if you get that name, like say you're a boy named Sue, just as that example, you fight and say, I'm not going to be that guy that my father thought I was, right? But then if you get powerful queen, it could work in the opposite way, right?
But
Final thought,
my middle
Brandon.
name was Jamie. I was a guy. My middle name is Jamie, and I went by Jamie for a little bit. And I changed that to Brandon because I thought at the time it would be a little bit more manly. So there was pressure on going by Jamie. So imagine what having Sue. Imagine that pressure.
Wait, did you just say you changed your name?
Yes, so is your name Jamie or Brandon? What's your name?
My middle name is Jamie. My middle name is Jamie. My family calls me Jamie.
Wavy James.
Wavy, got it. Okay, so Beyonce famously said, if you like it, you got to put a ring on it. Looks like Tristan Thompson took Beyonce's advice. The NBA player surprised Khloe Kardashian with a massive diamond ring for Christmas, sparking engagement rumors. So we don't have a photo of the ring. However, we do have an example. It's huge. We know Tristan has been unfaithful to Khloe in the past, more than once. So here's the question. Can relationships work with a history of cheating? What do you make of that, Erica? Like, do you think that they should stay together? I know they have the child. To me, that's a whole nother, that makes the stakes a lot more higher because you want that family unit to work out, but not if they're not respectful of one another.
Yeah, well, let me just be clear. I don't know what it's like to be Khloe Kardashian or Tristan Thompson. I mean, Tristan is what, 29 years old? Like, there's a lot there. But he's also super successful and lives a totally different life. I think if it were applied to my life, if I had a friend who came to me and said, my spouse had an indiscretion, we're trying to work through it, I would support my friend and whatever decision they made. If I had a friend who constantly came to me and said, my spouse had another discretion every week or every month or something, then I'm still going to support my friend, but I'm going to have some distance from that support because then you are willfully, entering into something that I don't want to be dragged into every other week. But I'm still going to support my friend, and I think ultimately it comes down to the family dynamic and what works for them. I'm not going to try to tell them what to do.
Good point. Yeah, we do have one more story. Do we want to stay on this one or go to the other one? Jeff, I'm going to let you decide.
What's the next one?
Speaking in the third person. Oh, this is actually perfect for you. We're going to go to the next story. This next story is for those who like to talk to themselves in the third person. I'm only saying that because you're very positive, right? Jeff talks to himself in a positive manner. Hold on.
So you already decided in your head that you were going to the next story.
Yeah. No, it's for good reason.
Because I had a good answer for Tristan, but there must be a reason we're moving on.
Well, you can go back to Tristan. Let me
Big
first
Jeff would
get
like to
this
move
out.
on. Big Jeff would like to move on.
A new study says you're actually onto something. Researchers say talking to yourself this way creates something called psychological distance. So what is that? Well, the people at Columbia University say it's a phenomenon that leads to better emotional regulation, self-control, and even wisdom. So I want to hear from Jeff and Brandon Brandon here. That would be like you constantly, instead of being like in your head, I'm going to do great, I'm going to do great. It's Jeff's going to do great, Jeff's going to do great, or I'm going to do crappy, Jeff's going to do crappy. What do you think?
Well, that's good for writing down goals, and I'm not joking around here, but the Big Jeff thing, you know, is a different reason why I said I talk in the third person just to be jokey, right? It kind of came from like me and my friends in LA, Big Jim and Big Eric, and so everybody's big, like everybody from that crew. So I don't know if I use it as a motivation factor. I do in writing my goals, but I don't put
so
Jeff.
So in your goals, you put Jeff.
I put I
So
will.
that's the opposite.
Yeah, I don't use Jeff. I think that's a little arrogant,
Okay.
like in a serious way. When I say Big Jeff, I'm joking around. I would never say, Big Jeff doesn't agree with that when we're having a serious conversation, right? But if I'm writing my goals, I'm like, I will make this much money this year. I will do this for my family this year.
That's the opposite of what they're saying, though,
Big Jeff doesn't agree.
Ooh, Brandon,
Beeline.
when you talk to yourself in your head, are you saying Brandon London don't like that? Or are you saying, I do not like that?
Well, I'm right when we went to commercial after the first break, I went, "Oh, good break, Beeline. Oh, good block, Beeline."
So he says
you know,
that
you kind of.
You've never heard him say that? He does it all the time.
So that, you know what?
It's a habit, but go ahead.
No, it separates you from the emotional regulation, so it doesn't make it so emotional. That's interesting.
Yes, you have to be your biggest critic and you have to be your biggest cheerleader. So you remove yourself to be able to speak to yourself.
Wow. I think that's the athlete speaking. It's like think like a fly, like from one moment to the next. Like you have to forget what happened so that you can move on in the future.
Interesting. Really quickly, do you say
Play
Erica or I in your head? Erica or I?
I.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what I do. I don't know what I think I say my name. I think I'm with Brandon. I think I say, Sam, you got this.
You sound very confident.
Okay, coming up on DBL, the special connection between a student and a security guard shows us what's really important. Don't miss this emotional heart threads. And we're catching up with two blind brothers who turn their disability into a life-changing and empowering clothing company. That's coming up next.
Welcome back to DBL. If you ever wondered what it's like for anyone who's visually impaired to shop for clothes, well, two blind brothers, Brian and Bradford Manning, are making it easy and fighting blindness at the same time. Tori caught up with them today earlier in today's DBL Spotlight.
Brad and Brian Manning, welcome to DBL. Now, your clothing company, Two Blind Brothers, was inspired by your own blindness that was caused by this rare eye condition. So neither of you were born blind. When did you begin to go blind?
We basically were both diagnosed at the age of 7. So Brad is 5 years older than I am. So he started being symptomatic at about 5, and it took 2 years of hunting to figure out what had happened to his vision. And then when I started showing symptoms of Stargardt's disease, the disease we have, it was pretty easy for them to diagnose.
Without my glasses or contacts, I'm legally blind, so I know what that's like. I can't understand it because I get contacts, but I can empathize with you and your cause. You're now 30 and 35 years old now. Can you kind of take us through just what your vision is like?
Yeah, so our disease basically, Stargardt's, all of the cells in the center of your vision die. It's actually very similar to macular degeneration, which a lot of people's grandparents have. Honestly, a fact people don't often know is 11 million people in the U.S. suffer from a form of retinal eye disease. Wow. And for Brad and I, what that means is the cells in the center, so there's a big empty hole kind of in the middle of our eyesight, but we keep a lot of peripheral. Wow. So walking around, mobility, not tripping over too much stuff is okay, but any sort of reading print, detail work, recognizing faces is really challenging for us.
I want to get to your clothing line because I think this is so amazing. Brad, what are some unique features of your clothes that are mindful of the visually impaired?
Brian and I started this clothing brand with 2 simple missions. 1, to make the softest clothing that we possibly could, and 2, to help cure blindness by donating all the funds back to preclinical retinal research. Wow. One huge thing that we quickly learned that we needed to include in there was the community. Oftentimes what we do is we'll put the color of the word in Braille on the hem of the shirt. So if you are blind or you are visually impaired and you're going through your closet, you know what color you're picking. And if you aren't blind or visually impaired, we think it's a lot cooler of a logo than anything else you could possibly.
I totally agree with you. One unique feature, Brian, of your website is that shoppers can, quote, see what you see. Talk to me about how that works and how have your community responded to that.
Well, what we did on our website, we actually have a button to see like we see, which blurs out the center of the page, and it simulates that experience of trying to look around this hole in your vision, still being able to be functional, but this kind of overarching challenge that's consistent.
That is brilliant. Way to have empathy by actually seeing what you see. What is next for you guys? Are you thinking of masks? Are you thinking of other accessible clothing items? Where do you want to see the company go?
1, as Brad said, is curing blindness by donating those profits. 2 is expanding the collection. I want every time you think, I want to be comfortable, I want to feel soft, I want to feel great about myself, to just have my smiling face pop into your head, not Brad's, of course, that'd be a nightmare. The 3, and this is so important, is expanding and growing this visually impaired community.
I do think accessible clothing is going to be on trend for 2021. I see great things for you both. So for more on the foundation fighting blindness, head on over to fightingblindness.org. We have it on the screen for you. And definitely check out twoblindbrothers.com and shop for such a good cause and for 2 very cute gentlemen. Brad and Brian, thank you so much for chatting today. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
One.
Welcome back to DBL. It's been a tough year, so we need good news more than ever now. Today, we're looking back at a best of 2020 Heartthread story, which is about a special bond between a student and a security guard. Check it out. This kindergartner decided to dress up as his school's security officer for Dress as Your Favorite Person Day. Easton Blocker says Officer Jeffrey Cross is a hero and his best friend.
He keeps me safe every day.
Easton's mom made him his very own security shirt. Junior security, that is.
It makes me appreciate my job more.
This is the first year the school district has had armed security officers.
They had questions of why I was armed, and I would just tell them I'm armed to protect them from someone bad who would try to come hurt them.
That has always stuck with Easton.
He tells me every day, Officer Cross keeps us safe from the bad guys.
Officer Cross said he was honored Easton picked him for Favorite Person Day.
I'm willing to put my life on the line for all these scholars, just like any other security officer will.
We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought.
Tomorrow on DBL, a mystery unfolds when a mom who dedicated her life to find the missing vanishes herself.
You feel every day when you don't find her.
Where could she be? That's tomorrow in True Crime Chronicles, only on DBL. Welcome back to DBL. We love sharing your comments. All right, we got Denise on Facebook saying yay, Jeff. I remember the Dirty Bird dance. And then Jan Carter on Facebook says, how did they not know Johnny Cash, A Boy Named Sue? I'm sure I would know it if I heard it, and I think we do have it, right? Let's play it.
My daddy left home when I was 3, and he didn't leave much to Ma and me. Just this old guitar and an empty bottle of booze.
I know the song.
Now, I don't blame him because he run and hid, but the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue.
The meaning is he named him Sue to make him tough. That's the moral of the story.
Okay, DBL's new every day.
We're running out of time. I just sum it up.
Same time, same place. Bye, guys. Looking at the long-term impacts of the pandemic that are actually positive. Is there anything about this year that's changed your life for the better? Which parts of pop culture define 2020? From Tiger King mania to a Brad and Jen reunion, we take a look back at some of the more bizarre and iconic moments that got us talking. Celebrity health expert Koya Webb gives us all the good vibes as we head into the new year. See how to say goodbye to stress with eye yoga?
This is great.
I like this eye massage.
And Paul McCartney still got it. Why the rock icon is doing this rad celebration dance.
Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
Welcome to DBL. It is Tuesday, December 29th. I'm Sam here with Erica and Jeff. Brandon London joining us from home. Let's get right to it because we are 9 months into the pandemic and a new study is looking at some of the pandemic's long-term impacts on people's lives, particularly those that are positive. First, across the board, people are disinfecting more at home. Next, they're also spending more time cooking at home rather than eating out. People have also gotten used to working out at home, with a lot of you out there building your own home gyms. And finally, Americans are getting used to having their groceries delivered. So the question is, DBL Nation, we want to hear from you as well. How has the pandemic changed your life for the better? Now, it's important to note, of course, this pandemic has caused so much pain and trauma and death, and we do not take that lightly here. But it's also important to look at the silver lining, and I even hesitate saying that, considering the grand scale of this pandemic.
But why?
Because it's just, it's affected so many of us, right? I had a very close family member almost die from COVID. I've had friends lose their businesses. We almost lost our candle business. But you're right, you should be able to always try and look at silver linings. And
in any situation, you should look for the silver lining. And I'm not taking this, I'm not taking it seriously, the pandemic, I mean. You always have to look for the silver lining. Bad is always going to happen to you, right? This is a terrible thing that's happening, but you have to always look at the positive, no matter what situation. I didn't see my parents for Christmas. I know I didn't lose anybody, thank God, but I had to make sacrifices as well, just like everybody else out there. I'm not happy with the way things are going, but I am happy with the way I set up my life in 2020. I got a brand new house. I shot a movie during the pandemic. I got to do so many house projects. I'm very happy with what happened in my personal life for 2020. And I shouldn't be ashamed to say there isn't a silver lining to a bad situation, because you should always think that way.
I think for me, it's very complicated, because when you have someone, and our family's going through that now, there is a sense of you are helpless in a completely different way, because like even in the beginning, like there's been so many different things that have happened. We realized, like, when someone was stricken, or the whole family was stricken with COVID, like, okay, well, let me fly. Well, I can't do that. I can't do that. Let me offer. Well, that doesn't help. Like, that is what's happening for people, and I want to be mindful of that. I want to be respectful of that. I do also want to acknowledge that this is going to be a very pivotal year for a lot of people in a positive way, because anytime there is a setback, especially a global setback as we've experienced, that's also when you get new entrepreneurs, you get new people who are coming up with innovative ways to do things differently. And I do think that we should really look at that as well, because that's something that we're going to see what 2020 did for some of us, the same way positively as we're going to see what 2020 did for a lot of us negatively.
See, I think we can have a nuanced conversation. That's why I love this show. I think we can have duality of thought and say, listen, this has been a really hurtful, crappy, horrific year. But at the same token, I got to spend more time with my family. I had a baby. You bought a house. There's a lot of people out there that it's forcing them to create new innovation. So yes, and for the first time ever, the world is in something together, right? Like globally, we are in something together. So there is some positives to look at. Brandon, can you look back at this year and somehow carve out a silver lining? Have you been able to do that? Or what have you done that's kind of changed your ways for the good because of the pandemic?
I think this theme for me, Sam, has been appreciation. I've been forced to be appreciative of this year. And I can't look at someone and tell them, hey, you should feel this way, because I don't know, and I didn't experience that level of pain that the next person felt when dealing with 2020 and all that it threw at them. But for me, being able to speak for myself, I think it was all about appreciation and learning that I was running away from things that I had to take care of within myself internally, and I was trying to use work, or I was trying to use social situations and relationships to distract me from that. So I think, like Erica said, is when you're faced with something like this, it makes you look inside, and there's a boom, there's a growth that happens in a lot of us. And I'm so glad that happened to me personally this year.
Amen. People are writing in that they've been forced to, I know, giving me chills, but people are writing in, they've been forced to slow down. They've been forced to, spend time with family, and they didn't realize that that's exactly what they needed. So, you can always look at a silver lining.
And I love that Brandon said that. I know we've got to move on to the next story, but people are so quick to throw the negative on top of someone that's trying to be positive, right? And that's got to go away in 2021, because 2020 had the Black Lives Matter. There's so many great things for so many people. In the midst of all the negativity, you always have to find that silver lining and go ahead and write in and say, I was going to swear, But
be positive.
Take a little thing on my head and do you in 2021.
Reese Witherspoon is speaking out about a double standard, and we want to hear your take on this as well. The actress is reflecting back on an unscripted moment during the 2002 Oscars when she was presenting an award with her husband at the time, Ryan Phillippe. I don't know why I said that wrong. It's because it's the way it's written. Yeah, the Ryan Phillippe. Take a look.
And the Oscar goes to...
Let me read it. Can I read it?
You make more than I do. Go ahead.
Well, here's what Reese said about it on the HFPA in Conversation podcast. Take a listen.
So I was a little bit flummoxed in the moment, too. There's so few women that make a lot of money that sometimes they're shamed for it. And sometimes they are expected to give more and do more and be more. I think it all gets back to the point that we need to talk. You know, women need to talk about money and how they made money and not feel ashamed of it.
Yep. And so the question is, are women who make more money treated differently? Are they expected to do the same, especially by their partner? Is there a double standard? Erica, you were shaking your head vigorously. What are you thinking?
Oh, yeah, women for sure are expected to do more if you have any level of success. You're expected to not be the nurturers and providers of your household, but also nurture the entire community. There's an idea that a successful man is considered aspirational. A successful woman is considered unrelatable. And that is an issue because we live in a society where we don't necessarily have the male-female provider for the male and the woman's taking care of everything at home. That's not really the norm as it used to be. So when we have situations and people are talking about women's equal pay and all of those things, it's very important because fundamentally you're setting women up for failure by not acknowledging that they may be the breadwinners of their households. When you look at non-for-profit organizations, my husband and I volunteer for one. It's always, can we get more men? Do you know any men who are available to help this cause? No one's ever like, put out a bullet point alert for more women to come in and help this organization. It's just the way that we have been programmed in this society.
I just hate the fact that women feel shame, and I get that. I would feel embarrassed too, and I don't want women and myself to feel embarrassed. I want to feel empowered when I make money. I want my daughter to feel empowered when she makes money. We got to change that with society.
I just think it's a pride thing with men. I don't know, maybe you look at it from a woman's point of view and I don't see that, but for men, I think it's a pride thing to want to take care of their family. Now, me growing, I'm 42 now, and a lot of barriers that I broke within myself are with my ego and my own pride. If my wife made more than me, I'd have no problem with that. And she knows that, and I know that. I would crack that joke and think it's okay on stage because we have that relationship, right? But I am all for, if you make more money than me, you should do more than me. I don't care what your gender is. I don't care what your skin color is. If you make more than me, you should do more than me. That's
Brandon,
the way it
what
should
do you
be.
think?
I just think financial freedom is the key. I think that the pandemic has shown us that it really doesn't matter who makes what. It just goes. All people care about is if they're able to provide for their families as a whole.
Yeah, when you break it down, that is all that matters right now. Brandon, don't go away. Coming up on DBL, you'll meet two business-minded brothers who turned their visual impairment into a success story that's helping others just like them. Plus, wellness expert to the stars, Koya Webb, just in time for 2021. She's showing you how to live a healthier, calmer life with eye yoga. And from Prince Harry and Meghan Markle to the Tiger King's reign, we're looking back at the biggest pop culture moments of 2020. Welcome back to DBL. So 2020 has been a year unlike any other, with its fair share of buzzworthy moments. Let's look back at some of 2020's most defining moments in pop culture. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle retired from their roles as working royals. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex made the announcement on Instagram earlier this year. Erica, you've always stuck up for Meghan Markle, and I'm glad you have, because she's definitely, a lot of people go after her. They attack her.
Oh yeah, very unfairly so. And I will always stand up for Meghan Markle unless she does something super crazy, okay? But what she did and what Harry did was decide to, regardless of what his background was, to pick and choose how they wanted to live their life. And that's how people need to do, like, just pick and choose how you want to live your life and live your best life, because it's yours and you only get one, and we don't know how long we're going to be here. So how about that?
Well, another big moment, Parasite won the Best Film Oscar. It made history as the first non-English language film to win that honor. And wow, that's a trickle-down effect. So a lot of people on the surface might not realize the impact, but in reality, when you see the diversity in film, it's not just the actors, but it's the writers, it's the directors, and then that creates a new social norm, and that impacts like your normal 9 to 5. So good on that film.
Yeah, you know, when you mentioned Parasite, I thought it was like from 2017. How quickly we forget, right? It was such a big cultural moment that I thought it was 5 years ago. So maybe too much happened this year, but that wasn't a big one for me.
A lot has happened this year. In March, just as the world went into lockdown, Tiger King premiered on Netflix, making Joe Exotic and Carol Baskin some of the most talked about people this year. Now, producers, really quickly, is Brandon still with us or no? Okay, so Brandon, were you a big fan? I don't know if I've ever talked to you about Tiger King. I know Erica and Jeff stance, but did you jump on that Tiger King train?
I watched a couple of episodes, but it just wasn't my cup of tea. But I understand that America needed it because it was the ratchet TV we needed. It was basically Duck Dynasty with tigers.
Right, exactly. We all needed a little bit of that. Well, a lot of fans loved watching Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt flirt on Zoom. Do you guys remember that? That broke the internet. Why
Erica,
are
do you want
people
to say
so
it or,
obsessed with this, Erica?
Do you want to take it or should I? You do it better.
I don't know why y'all trying to make this a thing. Okay? Let's make this, put it to bed. Let's bury it along with everything 2020, okay? No more talk about this.
Done.
This is over.
All right, it's done.
Yeah, this was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, all right. And finally, very important, of course, the Black Lives Matter movement became a huge cultural phenomenon in 2020, with many of the world's biggest stars using their platforms to voice their support for the movement. This was a stark contrast, Erica, from the year before. You look at like 2018, 2019, and if you even brought up the BLM movement and Colin Kaepernick, it would be very polarizing. Now, it's not so polarizing. Why that shift?
Well, the shift, I believe, happened because the message of Black Lives Matter was hijacked and attempted to be radicalized as it almost to make people feel like they're arising and coming for you. And it wasn't like that at all. What it was about equity, equality, and hey, let's not murder innocent Black people. So I do appreciate that people became a very awakened this year and decided to evolve and think about this message very differently. And not only that, the allyship. You know, people who once said, I don't get it, I don't believe in it, were like, wow, maybe I didn't know what I didn't know.
Yeah.
And to step up and take more action steps, right?
Exactly.
All right, Brandon, stick around. Coming up on DBL, celebrities love giving their babies unique names. We're sharing some of the strangest from 2020. And next, health and wellness pro Koya Webb has worked with some of the biggest celebs, and now she's helping you get healthy in the new year. Don't go away. Welcome back to DBL. In a couple days, we are going to welcome a new year. Yes, hallelujah. If you're looking to kickstart 2021, health expert Koya Webb shared some tips with Al and Tori earlier. Take a look.
Koya, thank you so much for joining DBL. You've worked with celebrity clients like Stevie Wonder, Diddy, I sound cool saying that, and Ashley Judd. So do their health goals, celebrities, differ from the rest of us, or are they exactly the same?
I think they're exactly the same. I mean, everyone wants to be healthy, but they don't want to do the work. Like, we want to do what we want to do and eat what we want to eat and not necessarily work out unless we have to. But the truth is, they know. And I try to tell my clients, you have to do, if you want the results, you got to do the work.
Oh, so true.
All right, now, Koya, I'm going to be honest. I used 2020 to kind of get myself in shape. I got sober, stopped drinking. There's so many diets and there's so many things where you talk to somebody and they're like, you look great. And they're like, oh, I did keto. Oh, I do intermittent fasting. Like, what is a fad? What is good? What is sustainable over a lifetime? Like, can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Well, first of all, congratulations. I think that's amazing at this time. And honestly, the best thing is like a whole food plant-based diet. Different things will work for periods of time. Scientifically, they'll get you short-term results. But if you're in it for the long-term results, you want to really focus on plants, fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. And you want the least amount of hands to touch it as possible. So intermittent fasting is also good. That means you go through a period of the day where you stop eating.
Intermittent fasting is like the name of my nightmare. But I do understand that, like, I do hear you that it does work. Some people who work here actually do it, and it actually works really well.
Yeah, you just have to go to bed early. Like, you're gonna find me in bed at 5:15 at night just so I won't eat.
I have a hack for you. When it comes to intermittent fasting, it still works if you just do liquids. So if you're just doing liquids, and this is what I do because I get 6 to 8 hours of sleep, but on the days I get 6 hours of sleep, I make sure when I wake up, I drink 32 ounces of water, put a little lemon or lime in it, and then I'll have green juices until my scheduled time to eat. So if you're not eating anything solid, you're still cleansing, your digestion is still getting a break, but you're not starving and being hangry. So that's the hack.
That's really good hack that I can look into. Now, you recently did an eye yoga video.
Are there any areas that need a little bit more of your attention?
For Gwyneth Paltrow's wellness and lifestyle brand Goop, I was wondering if you could give us a little eye yoga lesson today.
Of course, I love to. Eye yoga is great because it reduces eye strain, and we're all in front of our computers minimum 3 to 4 hours a day. So this eye yoga I recommend every single day. And all you have to do is just close your eyes and look down, all the way down as far as you can down with your eyes closed. And now look to the right, as far as you can to the right, eyes closed. And then look up, as far as you can up. And then look to the left. And then look down. Now going counterclockwise, create big circles, massaging your eyes on the back of your eyelids. Big circles around, and then big circles the opposite direction. Now rub your hands together. This is the last part. Just rub the hands together. Oh yeah, I hear you rubbing. And now place the fingertips on, just gently place the fingertips on the eyelids and just massage back as far as feels comfortable to you while looking left and right. This is giving yourself an eye massage.
Whoa.
I thought this was, like, I didn't really know where this was going.
Me neither.
I like this. I could do this in the morning because it also kind of helps you kind of set your goals for what you want to get done that day with no outside stimulus. So
this is great.
I like this eye massage.
Koya, you've been wonderful to talk to. I'm getting your book. For those of you wanting to learn more, visit koyaweb.com. Get the book, join in, get loved up. Thanks again for joining us.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye, love.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Welcome back to DBL. We love sharing your comments, and we have a bunch about the silver linings, and I think that's important that we have that conversation. So Olga says on Facebook, cooking more, gardening, my beautiful granddaughter born July 3rd. Congratulations. Leslie says, I've been giving gifts to my neighbors' kids. And Leslie also saying, when the pandemic hit, my daughter started sidewalk chalk art. Beautiful, right? Remember to watch DBL on Facebook or YouTube. You can chat with other viewers and with the host during the commercials, and we'll read your comments on TV like we just did. It's your chance to be a part of DBL Nation. And if you're sticking around, here's what's coming up. Forget James and Mary. We're sharing some of the most bizarre celeb baby names of 2020, and Paul McCartney reaches a big musical milestone. DBL's new every day. We'll be right back.
Is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
Welcome to DBL. I'm Sam here with Eric and Jeff. Brandon joining us from home. Let's get started. All right, so we're giving a big shout out to Paul McCartney. The iconic musician just put out another #1 album, his first in 3 decades. Paul celebrated the news with a dance. At 78 years old, he's still got the moves. Look at him. So this got us talking about other legendary victory dances. Let's see if you remember any of these. We showed you this one on the show before. A young woman dancing her heart out in a parking lot after she found out she got the job.
Yes, honey.
Okay, Erica, yeah? Have you ever done a victory dance when you found out you got the job?
No, I generally cry like a baby in the fetal position when I find out I get a job.
I tend to like jump up and down. Like
that's a natural, normal reaction.
I'll get on the couch like Tom Cruise via that Oprah interview. I'll get on the bed. I jump around. Okay.
All right, jump up, and get down.
Here's one for the parents out there. This classic video is from 2013. It shows a mom doing a victory dance after sending her kids back to school. What do you think about that, Jeff? Would you be doing that victory dance with
Listen
some kiddos?
closely what's in the background.
Oh, yeah, perfect for you.
A little In Sync. That's the exact song I'd be playing. I don't know, I might get a little sad when my kids go away to school, but after a couple of years, I think I'll get over it.
Yeah. And then finally, Brandon, of course, we have to include a touchdown dance. One of the most memorable ones has to be Steve Smith's Row Your Boat dance. But first, Brandon, before you chime in, I have a little surprise for you, Brandon. DBL viewers, enjoy B. Lunn's touchdown dance. Go, Brandon. Good catch. But here it is. Here we go. That's the B. Lunn move.
I think that was a touchdown lawn chair sit.
Brandon, did you think about what to do when you got that touchdown, or was that did that just come naturally?
It just came naturally, honestly, because I knew we needed a play, and he threw it. I couldn't believe he threw it. I'm like, wow, he threw this double coverage, and I caught it. And that year, I was going by my brand. I was going by Wavy. Everybody was calling me Wavy, so I thought it'd be a wavy thing to just sit in the chair, lean back, and chillax. So I called that the chillax. It was good times.
Super on brand. But your catch was really good. Did you have any other iconic touchdown dances?
The bow and arrow. I tried to do like a bow and arrow, like Hunger Games, but all my teammates said that was corny. They were like, "Don't do that anymore. Don't do that anymore."
So you lost
I had
the
to
bow
stop
and
that.
arrow. You stuck with the lean back, chillax. Now, Jeff, you also played football. Did you ever do any interesting touchdown
I didn't have any cool nicknames like Wavy. I wish if someone called me Wavy, I might do it. But Brandon, do you remember like the Icky Shuffle and the Dirty Bird with Jamal Anderson? Those were like classics. No one knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Falcons, the Dirty Bird.
What? Oh
Jamal Anderson. Listen, somebody out there knows what I'm talking about.
Do the Dirty Bird.
They know what you're talking
about. People in Atlanta.
Jeff.
We're in Atlanta. They're like, I love that dude. I might hate him before, but now I love him.
Jeff doing the Dirty Bird. It's stuck in my mind. Okay, so it's
Sam, you didn't you didn't have a victory dance from swimming or anything?
It wasn't really. There's not a climax when it comes to swimming like that. Like when I think of it, don't give me that face. When I think of a touchdown, I think of like that climactic moment, right? Like all eyes are on you. Boom. Like I totally understand it. But with swimming, you touch the wall. Believe me, your adrenaline is pumping. You look at your time. You're so excited that you either beat your time or you won, whatever it may be. But it's just you're in the water too, so you might like slam your hand down in the water, maybe give a little hurrah, but that's about it. I hate you, Jeff. I see your face right now.
I could take this somewhere totally different, but scoring a touchdown and winning a race and swimming is totally different, I guess.
It is.
Obviously, you explained it.
Well, you're stuck in the pool. What are you supposed to do?
Like, we got to get out of here before I say something stupid.
Okay. All right. Okay. It's baby mania in Hollywood. Congrats to these new celeb parents, Emma Roberts, Josh Brolin, and Nick Cannon, all recently welcomed new additions to their family. And because we expect nothing less from celebrities, all of their children have uncommon names. Okay, so there's Emma Roberts and her partner named their baby boy Rhodes, spelled like Rhodes Scholar. Do you like that one, Brandon?
Yeah, it's all right.
Ooh, Erica liked it.
It's all right.
I thought it was cute. It gives you someplace to go with it.
Brandon's not feeling it. Okay, what about Josh Brolin and his wife? They welcomed their second child together named Chapel Grace, Jeff.
I like that. I like Rhodes and I like Chapel Grace. I like both of those.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Finally, and I'm going to give this one to the harsh critic, Mr. Brandon London. Nick Cannon and his girlfriend named their second child together Powerful Queen Cannon. What do you think of that, Beelan?
I can see that because I see him holding her and like looking at her and telling her, you are a powerful queen.
Aww.
You know, that's affirmations to your daughter. I'll do that. I would do that to my daughter, so I'm A-okay with that. And I think that was great, Nick Cannon. Great name.
Do you think you need a nickname if your name's Powerful Queen? Am I being disrespectful here? Or do you think that's kind of weird to be like, you know, you're at Starbucks and you're powerful queen, and everyone's like, that's my coffee. That's my coffee.
I would raise my hand. I think there is, I love the sentiment. I think that it gives her, you know, they announced her to the world. I mean, that is everything. But the problem with naming your child an adjective is that it's so commonly used. So I would be concerned that every time you hear the word powerful anywhere, you're like, on alert.
Always on edge.
Yeah, like if
Not
somebody
everybody,
talking
but
to
you
me.
are.
Well, yeah, you know, I'm looking around like, who's talking to me?
But Brandon, on the flip side, listen, I love the idea of affirmation. There's nothing more than I want is to instill confidence and affirmation in my children. But are you also setting them up for failure if like their name is, you know, if you have to live up to powerful queen? Are you setting them up for entitlement? I'm not saying that's the case, just something to think about.
Yes, you have to be successful, but the pressure is not on the kid with the unique name. The pressure is on the kid that doesn't have the unique name, because that means your parents thought you were going to be average.
No.
They give the unique name to the kid that they think is going to grow up to be something in life.
That average name could be a family name.
How about like A Boy Named Sue? That whole song, you ever hear that song?
No.
A Boy Named Sue by Johnny Cash?
No.
It talks about like his name's Sue, right? So it's like he's weaker, but he ends up being powerful.
I love that.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
cool.
Brandon, you kind of, I hope that's the meaning of that song. but that you just mentioned like your name. Sometimes if you get that name, like say you're a boy named Sue, just as that example, you fight and say, I'm not going to be that guy that my father thought I was, right? But then if you get Powerful Queen, it could work in the opposite way, right?
But Jeff,
Final thought,
my middle
Brandon.
name was Jamie. I was a guy. My middle name is Jamie, and I went by Jamie for a little bit. And I changed that to Brandon because I thought at the time it would be a little bit more manly. So there was pressure on going by Jamie. So imagine what having Sue. Imagine that pressure.
I like.
Wait, did you just say you changed your name?
Yes. So is your name Jamie or Brandon? What's your name?
My middle name is Jamie. My middle name is Jamie. My family calls me Jamie.
Wavy James.
Wavy. Got it. Okay, so Beyonce famously said, if you like it, you got to put a ring on it. Looks like Tristan Thompson took Beyonce's advice. The NBA player surprised Khloe Kardashian with a massive diamond ring for Christmas, sparking engagement rumors. So we don't have a photo of the ring. However, we do have an example. It's huge. We know Tristan has been unfaithful to Khloe in the past, more than once. So here's the question. Can relationships work with a history of cheating? What do you make of that, Erica? Like, do you think that they should stay together? I know they have the child. To me, that's a whole nother, that makes the stakes a lot more higher because you want that family unit to work out, but not if they're not respectful of one another.
Yeah, well, let me just be clear. I don't know what it's like to be Khloe Kardashian or Tristan Thompson. I mean, Tristan is what, 29 years old? Like, there's a lot there. But he's also super successful and lives a totally different life. I think if it were applied to my life, if I had a friend who came to me and said, my spouse had an indiscretion, we're trying to work through it, I would support my friend and whatever decision they made. If I had a friend who constantly came to me and said, my spouse had another discretion discretion every week or every month or something, then I'm still going to support my friend, but I'm going to have some distance from that support, because then you are willfully, entering into something that I don't want to be dragged into every other week. But I'm still going to support my friend, and I think ultimately it comes down to the family dynamic and what works for them. I'm not going to try to tell them what to do.
Good point. Yeah, we do have one more story. Do we want to stay on this one or go to the other one? Jeff, I'm going to let you decide.
What's the next one?
Speaking in the third person. Oh, this is actually perfect for you. We're going to go to the next story. This next story is for those who like to talk to themselves in the third person. I'm only saying that because you're very positive, right? Jeff talks to himself in a positive manner. Hold on.
So you already decided in your head that you were going to the next story.
Yeah. No, it's for good reason.
Because I had a good answer for Tristan, but there must be a reason we're moving on.
Well, you can go back to Tristan.
No, Big Jeff would like to move on. Big Jeff would like to move on.
A new study says you're actually onto something. Researchers say talking to yourself this way creates something called psychological distance. So what is that? Well, the people at Columbia University say it's a phenomenon that leads to better emotional regulation, self-control, and even wisdom. So I want to hear from Jeff and Brandon here. That would be like you constantly, instead of being like in your head, I'm going to do great, I'm going to do great. It's Jeff's going to do great, Jeff's going to do great. Or I'm going to do crappy, Jeff's going to do crappy. What do you think?
Well, that's good for writing down goals, and I'm not joking around here. But the Big Jeff thing, is a different reason why I said I talk in the third person, just to be jokey, right? It kind of came from like me and my friends in LA, Big Jim and Big Eric, and so everybody's big, like everybody from that crew. So I don't know if I use it as a motivation factor. I do in writing my goals, but I don't put
so
Jeff.
In your goals, you put Jeff.
I put I
So
will.
That's the opposite.
Yeah, I don't use Jeff. I think that's a little arrogant, like in a serious way. When I say Big Jeff, I'm joking around. I would never say Big Jeff doesn't agree with that when we're having a serious conversation, right? But if I'm writing my goals, I'm like, I will make this much money this year. I will do this for my family this year.
That's the opposite of what they're saying, though.
Big Jeff doesn't agree.
Ooh, Brandon, when you talk to yourself in your head, are you saying Brandon London don't like that? Or are you saying I do not like that?
Well, I'm right when we went to commercial after the first break, I went, "Oh, good break, B-Line. Oh, good block, B-Line."
So he says that
you kind of.
You've never heard him say that? He does it all the time.
So you know what?
It's a habit, but go ahead.
No, it separates you from the emotional regulation, so it doesn't make it so emotional. That's interesting.
Yes, you have to be your biggest critic and you have to be your biggest cheerleader. So you remove yourself to be able to speak to yourself.
Wow. I think that's the athlete speaking. It's like think like a fly, like from one moment to the next. Like you have to forget what happened so that you can move on in the future.
Interesting. Yeah. Really quickly, do you say Erica or I in your head? Erica or I?
I.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what I do. I don't know what I think I say my name. I think I'm with Brandon. I think I say, Sam, you got this.
You sound very confident.
Okay, coming up on DBL. The special connection between a student and a security guard shows us what's really important. Don't miss this emotional heart threads. And we're catching up with two blind brothers who turn their disability into a life-changing and empowering clothing company. That's coming up next.
Back to DBL. If you ever wondered what it's like for anyone who's visually impaired to shop for clothes, well, two blind brothers, Brian and Bradford Manning, are making it easy and fighting blindness at the same time. Tori caught up with them today earlier in today's DBL Spotlight.
Brad and Brian Manning, welcome to DBL. Now, your clothing company, Two Blind Brothers, was inspired by your own blindness that was caused by this rare eye condition. So neither of you were born blind. When did you begin to go blind?
We basically were both diagnosed at the age of 7. So Brad is 5 years older than I am. So he started being symptomatic at about 5, and it took 2 years of hunting to figure out what had happened to his vision. And then when I started showing symptoms of Stargardt's disease, the disease we have, it was pretty easy for them to diagnose.
Without my glasses or contacts, I'm legally blind, so I know what that's like. I can't understand it because I get contacts, but I can empathize with you and your cause. You're now 30 and 35 years old now. Can you kind of take us through just what your vision is like?
Yeah, so our disease basically Stargardt's all of the cells in the center of your vision die. It's actually very similar to macular degeneration, which a lot of people's grandparents have. Honestly, or a fact people don't often know is 11 million people in the U.S. suffer from a form of retinal eye disease. Wow. And for Brad and I, what that means is the cells in the center, so there's a big empty hole kind of in the middle of our eyesight, but we keep a lot of peripheral. Wow. So walking around, mobility, not tripping over too much stuff is okay, but any sort of reading print, detail work, recognizing faces is really challenging for us.
I want to get to your clothing line because I think this is so amazing. Brad, what are some unique features of your clothes that are mindful of the visually impaired?
Brian and I started this clothing brand with two simple missions. One, to make the softest clothing that we possibly could, and two, to help cure blindness by donating all the funds back to preclinical retinal research. Wow. One huge thing that we quickly learned that we needed to include in there was the community. Oftentimes what we do is we'll put the color of the word in Braille on the hem of the shirt. So if you are blind or you are visually impaired and you're going through your closet, you know what color you're picking. And if you aren't blind or visually impaired, we think it's a lot cooler of a logo than anything else you could possibly.
I totally agree with you. One unique feature, Brian, of your website is that shoppers can, quote, see what you see. Talk to me about how that works and how have your community responded to that.
Well, what we did on our website, we actually have a button to see like we see, which blurs out the center of the page, and it simulates that experience of trying to look around this hole in your vision, still being able to be functional, but this kind of overarching challenge that's consistent.
That is brilliant. Way to have empathy by actually seeing what you see. What is next for you guys? Are you thinking of masks? Are you thinking of other accessible clothing items? Where do you want to see the company go?
One, as Brad said, is curing blindness by donating those profits. Two is expanding the collection. I want every time you think, I want to be comfortable, I want to feel soft, I want to feel great about myself, to just have my smiling face pop into your head, not Brad's, of course, that'd be a nightmare. The three, and this is so important, is expanding and growing this visually impaired community.
I do think accessible clothing is going to be on trend for 2021. I see great things for you both. So for more on the foundation fighting blindness, head on over to fightingblindness.org. We have it on the screen for you. And definitely check out twoblindbrothers.com and shop for such a good cause and for two very cute gentlemen. Brad and Brian, thank you so much for chatting today. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Welcome back to DBL. It's been a tough year, so we need good news more than ever now. Today, we're looking back at a best of 2020 Heartthread story, which is about a special bond between a student and a security guard. Check it out. This kindergartner decided to dress up as his school's security officer for Dress as Your Favorite Person Day. Easton Blocker says Officer Jeffrey Cross is a hero and his best friend.
He keeps me safe every day.
Easton's mom made him his very own security shirt. Junior security, that is.
It makes me appreciate my job more.
This is the first year the school district has had armed security officers.
They had questions of why I was armed, and I would just tell them I'm armed to protect them from someone bad who would try to come hurt them.
That has always stuck with Easton.
He tells me every day, Officer Cross keeps us safe from the bad guys.
Officer Cross said he was honored Easton picked him for Favorite Person Day.
I'm willing to put my life on the line for all these scholars, just like any other security officer will.
We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Tomorrow on DBL, a mystery unfolds when a mom who dedicated her life to find the missing vanishes herself.
You fail every day when you don't find her.
Where could she be? That's tomorrow in True Crime Chronicles, only on DBL. Welcome back to DBL. We love sharing your comments. All right, we got Denise on Facebook saying yay, Jeff. I remember the Dirty Bird dance. And then Jan Carter on Facebook says, how did they not know Johnny Cash, A Boy Named Sue? I'm sure I would know it if I heard it, and I think we do have it, right? Let's play it.
My daddy left home when I was 3, and he didn't leave much to Ma and me. Just this old guitar and an empty bottle of booze.
I know the song.
Now, I don't blame him because he run and hid, but the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue.
The meaning is he named him Sue to make him tough. That's the moral of the story.
Okay, DBL's new every day.
We're running out of time. I just sum it up.
Same time, same place. Bye, guys.
Thank you.